Oh.
I hope they heard that. I hope they heard you be mean to me.
Better hurry, spark it up with no worries. Harmonious gang with the big bro.
We're back.
Get lit just
I
like
don't have a lighter.
Big bossed up, chop it up with Riley. You better come with it to kick rocks, cause you now tuned in to 10 Talks.
10 Talks, bitch.
Let's get lifted and
You
take
can't
Ah!
curse, dummy. Jesus. Thanks for ruining our advertisement. Whatever. We're already taking a shot too.
Yeah, we're already screwed.
Jeez.
Sorry, I ruined everything.
No, you know what? We're gonna end the live and restart it.
Really? Why can't you just bleep it out?
You can, it's because
like,
because that takes 2 days for it to process, and within those 2
you're right.
days, you already lost all
Sorry.
ad revenue possible.
I'm sorry.
So
I
you
fucked
ruined
this up.
Christmas.
I'm sorry.
You're the
now
gr-
we're fucking poor. Oh,
You're the Grinch, dude.
Dude, I can't
No,
help
I
it.
can't do a show with you drunk anymore.
I'm not even drunk.
Yeah, you are. Look at you. You're slurring your words. You're cursing like a
When
sailor.
did I ever slur?
You just slurred right now.
When?
You're cursing like a sailor. That's it.
I'm sorry. Can we just cut this whole beginning out?
That's what I'm saying. We should end the stream right now and restart it, and then we can potentially get 50 cents in ad revenue.
Shit. Damn! Dang it! Dang, Flabbit. Sorry.
You see, you're the reason, and then I'm the one who's just like, hey babe, I'm still waiting for the shit to process.
Every week.
Still no monetization. She's just like,
Every
oh
week he's just
dang,
like,
that's crazy.
oh my god, this episode didn't get monetized. I gotta try this and this and this.
Yeah, and then you see, and then you're the one.
It's not me.
Yeah, look at you. You're cursing back to back. You see, Riley ruined it. It's all ruined. It's all down the gutter now.
I'm sorry. I just won't talk.
Yeah, please.
I'll
No, I'm
just
kidding.
shake my head yes and no
We need a lighter.
on this podcast.
All right, guys.
Oh, I do want to spark the joint in the first 10 minutes.
It's already
Goddamn.
done, dude. We might as well just smoke crack or some shit like that. There's nothing worse we can do. You said the B word. All right. Boom, bap, beam, bok. We're here.
Beep, boop.
You seem so much taller than me.
I know, I look bigger than
We're
you.
here for episode 50. I was gonna say 23. We're here for episode 53 of 10 Talks. And first thing first, we need to address is
The elephant in the
how and why Riley ruined the last episode.
Really?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Basically,
no, go ahead.
no,
Go
Riley.
ahead.
No, it's.
Tell him how I ruined it.
You didn't ruin it. We did freaking we went to the High Rollers pop-up event. We streamed that, and then we went to.
Which was so fun.
Yeah,
Shout
it
out
was
to
super
everybody
fun.
Yuri was a celebrity there.
I know that was crazy. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that. And then after that, we went to the High Rollers after show / Blasi's birthday party at the Inflamed Gallery, which was also super fun. But Riley ended up getting super drunk, and then the next morning or in the whole next of the day, she was just like throwing up, feeling super sick. But to be honest, she did recover, feel good in time to do the show. So we potentially could have done the show.
I wanted to do the
because
show.
Riley was like, I'm down to do the show. It's like
I knew it was going to be like a 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. when I was going to start feeling better. So I already thought we were going to do the show.
But I was already like kind of like in a bad mood, not because of Riley, but because just like some like personal fucking like not just some personal other shit or whatever that's going on in my life right now, where I was just like super not in the mood to be on camera. I was just like super like kind of like in a bad mood and fucking like it was like impossible to be happy type shit, where I was just like, you know, like Riley's sick. I don't feel like it really. It's not that I don't feel like it. It's just like I just knew that I was like, dude,
It wasn't going to be a good show.
this is gonna be a terrible show. I'm just gonna come on and be like, I couldn't even imagine myself like talking out loud too much. You know what I mean? I was just like so pissed off and like angry and all this stuff. But that's the reason why we didn't do the show. And honestly, I feel super bad about it, but I feel like we're on episode 53. That's our, like, we're already past the year mark, and we only missed like one.
I think we missed 2.
1 or
2 or
2
3.
shows. But
think it was
but then
2 days.
we've also done like a couple weeks where we did 2 or 3 shows within a week.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like
true.
I feel like
it balanced.
yeah, we balanced it out, and then also like we do tons of other streams and shit like that. I know it's not 10 talks, but I like
We
you
try
know,
to be active.
active.
Active out here on this YouTube.
But it's like yeah, I do feel super bad about the fact that we missed that show, but then also it's like I got a lot of, also a huge thank you to every single person who messaged me when I announced on Instagram that we're skipping that show. A lot of people hit me up saying like, dude, take your time, like blah blah, like dude, like if it's like some personal shit that you gotta like think about or just chill about, like a lot of people are like super respectful and like considerate about the fact. Not a lot. I didn't really get any messages of people saying like, what the fuck, dude, like you're fucking up, blah blah blah, like I always watch the show every Sunday at this time. Like yeah, I didn't get any like negative messages. It was like all super supportive, like yo, take your time type shit. You know what I
feel
mean?
like we're lucky right now because we're at this place where pretty much like we're so lucky that pretty much all of our audience really cares about us, and like they really like, I feel like we're all like kind of like friends and a family in a way. Like every time Yuri and I go on a stream and we're just pretty much just talking to you guys the whole time, like Yuri and I both feel like we know you guys in the chat.
I talk to almost
like,
everyone.
The fact that we have like so much support, and like even if we miss a week, people are gonna still support us. Like it means a lot to us, and don't think that when we miss a week, it doesn't affect us. Like we feel like fucking shit about it. Like we're like so mad at ourselves. Like we couldn't put it together. Like we couldn't get it together to do 10 talks. Like fuck, we missed a week. Like it really, like we do feel really bad about it, but we do try to make up with like extra streams that week or something. But Yuri had that shit go on. And then he also got super duper sick.
Oh, yeah. And then also both Riley and I both tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
So we both for sure had COVID or whatever. And honestly, like I was talking about this on when we did a stream the other day or whatever. And I talked about how being sick with COVID is, because I've never tested positive before. This is my first time testing positive. And I've taken a bunch of fucking different tests, at least like 10 over the past like 2 years. And yeah, this is the first time I tested positive, and honestly it was like a weird ass sickness where like I was like super sick. I'm not sure if you guys remember or not, but I posted on Instagram that we ate KFC for dinner, and then the next morning I woke up and I was just fucking throwing up, just like hella throwing up, and it was like I feel like me being a 27-year-old dude who's been drinking for my whole life, basically, it's like I've had a lot of nights where I was throwing up and had to make myself throw up, and I feel like I'm unfortunately pretty used to the idea and feeling of throwing up. It's like not that crazy to me. Like I can make myself throw up right now in the bathroom right now if I really fucking felt like I needed to. It wouldn't be that big of a deal to me.
Yeah.
But this morning when I woke up after we had KFC, the night before, like dude, it was the craziest. Like I couldn't control myself, and like the throw up, the last time I saw throw up like this was when I was like 17 years old. I was partying with Chris Curry and like one of our other friends, and this dude like randomly was just throwing up like dark yellow liquid, and we were all just like, yo, what the fuck, he's throwing up egg yolk, like what the hell's going on?
Oh my god.
And literally like that's what the fuck was going on with me, dude. Like I woke up in the morning and instantly I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. I ran to the bathroom and just started throwing up. It looked like egg yolk, bro. It was just like thick ass yellow shit. And I was like, I couldn't stop like dry heaving. And it was just like the craziest sickness. I had to call in sick for work on Friday. And then Saturday I started feeling a little bit better. And then I started thinking like, oh, like that's when we went to the High Rollers event. And I was thinking like, I woke up on Saturday feeling like way better, and I was just thinking like, that whatever KFC I ate, like that show's probably hella bad, because when Riley and I went there, they were just about to close, and it literally said closed already, but the lady was still like, we'll take your order. And I was thinking like, as soon as she said they'll take our order, even though they were about to be like, they literally were closed, I was thinking like, we're getting the ends of the end of everything of the whole day. So anyways, like I ate that shit, got super sick, recovered Saturday, felt way better. And then Sunday started feeling sick again. Monday and Tuesday started feeling super hella sick. And then what happened? Like Wednesday
or Tuesday, you and I were both down pretty bad. We were like, fuck. Like I felt like my whole body was hurting. Like I had to do a full stretch that morning because my all my fucking joints were like, it felt so sore. It felt like I hadn't stretched in a year.
That's the main effect that was like crazy. I've been sick a million times. I've had crazy flus before, you know what I mean? Way before COVID was a thing. Like I've been like hella sick before, like probably just as sick as I was from COVID. But I've never felt the joint pain that I felt. Like my fucking elbows and my knees where like everything was just like aching so bad, bro.
Hips.
It felt like I was like a 90-year-old man, and I was just like, bro, what the fuck is going on? That my knees and my elbows and my back was like hurting so bad.
Yep, and I was just feeling hella lethargic, like tired and kind of out of it. Like I was awake, but I just felt super hazy, and like I wasn't even high. I just felt like.
That's honestly
weird. And then I dropped Yuri off at work because Yuri had to be there earlier, and I was like, fuck it, I'll get my last minute Christmas shopping done.
On Wednesday?
On Tuesday morning.
On Tuesday,
It was Tuesday morning or whatever. And then other people at the office were feeling sick as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
This is right after our Christmas party.
I was just shopping around, and I was about to send out some presents for Yuri's nieces who live in different states. And Yuri was like, don't send them yet. Like blah blah blah, somebody has COVID.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I was like thinking like, dude, I don't want to send a package with the we fucking wrapped everything, you know what I mean? Like our bacteria is all over the packaging, so I was just like, fuck, we shouldn't send this box out yet. Even though like I know like I feel bad that my nieces are gonna get their Christmas gifts a little bit late, but I was like I'd rather wait till we are healthy to send it out, spray with Lysol or some shit like that.
So Yuri was like, pick me up, and I was like, oh shit, like it's all locked down, like everybody's about to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick up Yuri, and then we try to get tested. Can't find any testing centers because it was so crazy for Christmas.
Honestly, dude, I hate that. I hate that like everyone who's, you know what I mean. I don't know how to say this, but like basically, it's looked down upon to call out any like stupidity you see that has to do with any of this COVID shit. And can I just say that? The fucking system does not make sense, bro. Like, it's like Christmas time right now, right? So everyone wants to fucking go visit their family. Everyone's trying to take a plane, a flight. Whoever's not vaccinated has to show proof of like, oh, I took a COVID test, blah blah, all this shit, right? You pull up to any COVID testing line before Christmas. Everyone's trying to fly out. There's lines everywhere, right? And then most likely a lot of people, if you weren't feeling sick, you're probably just gonna go visit your family and not give a fuck, right? But a lot of people in those lines were just like us. They were like probably feeling sick, and they were like, I don't want to risk getting my family sick, so I'm gonna go get tested or whatever. And then you pull up to these fucking 30-40 person lines where people are literally like, no one's fucking paying attention to the 6 foot rule. Everyone's squished together. And then all of a sudden you have a bunch of people who are actually sick, and then some people who are probably not sick at all being exposed to this shit. And I was just like standing in the line where we were trying to get tested, and I was just like, bro, like
Yuri was so pissed, and I was like, all right, just chill.
And Riley was like getting mad at me. She's like, stop talking out loud, blah blah.
He was just talking out loud when people were trying to walk by, and like just.
Well, it's because it's like.
She's like, this is stupid. I was just like, oh my.
During my normal day to day, I don't have to kind of deal with the consequences of like living in this reality, right? But when I was standing in that line, I was like, bro, this doesn't make sense at all, dude. I was like, what's going on? And then like, not to be fucking a waitist or whatever, but like the fucking people who are handing out the fucking the vaccination testing kits were like these big, heavy, overweight people, and I'm just like, dude, like those are the people that are most likely to be like to suffer the consequences of death from COVID. And I'm just like, bro, like why would they have these fools fucking handing out the fucking things, bro?
In my defense, I was getting mad at Yuri because I was like, bruh,
chill out, we have to do this.
Chill out. No, but do you think anybody wants to be in this stupid ass long line right now on this
I know
Friday?
But it
no. Or on their Wednesday?
No, but the thing is, like, I would understand if the line made sense, if it made 100% sense. You're like, I'm saving the world right now. You know what I mean? But
I think everybody knows this doesn't make sense.
But as you're standing in the line, you're like, this contradicts this. Well, I'm actually probably getting infected by them, or they're getting infected by me. While we're waiting in this line to find out that we don't have this thing, but we probably do have it now. You know, it's just like as I was like standing there, I was like, bro, nothing makes sense.
I just could feel Yuri's energy, and I was just like, I'm not gonna say anything to him. I just like the way he was looking, and I could just see his fucking wheels turning.
You know what's crazy is like right now, randomly, I don't know why, but Riley and I just randomly got recommended this video of Ryan Holiday talking about this one philosopher, and he was like, he talked about a lot of interesting things. I thought it was like a really good video to watch. I'll post on Instagram later if anyone wants to watch this. But it's not even like Ryan Holiday speaking in his words. He's kind of just narrating, or yeah, he's like narrating the words of a philosopher from a long time ago. And one of the things he talked about was like the importance of like the people you surround yourself with. He's like ideas. And have you ever seen the movie Inception?
No,
I don't think you have, right?
But I know what it is.
One of the main like points that I got away from Inception is like the fact that like you can like really poison someone's brain with an idea. If you really want, you can like talk to someone and you can be like, what do I want this person to start like kind of like thinking about that it's slowly gonna ruin their life or like have this certain effect on them, and you can say shit to them where you're like, you know that I just planted this seed and over time it's gonna get worse. You know what I mean? Like it could be as simple as like, hey, your nose is kind of crooked. I think you're ugly. You know what I mean? And then boom, you have that you have that hook. You have that seed in that person's brain of like, I'm ugly. Damn, I'm ugly. You know what I mean? And then like every time they hear anything about
my fucking nose,
exactly. Anytime someone says anything about them, their looks or anything, they're like,
my nose.
He told me I'm ugly. Like it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, and then it just like, and it showed me the danger of like implanting certain ideas. You know what I mean? And I was just like, as I was standing in this line, I was like, bro, like, you just can't escape this shit. You know what I mean? Like this fucking crazy reality we live in. It's just like it's implants in everyone's brain.
That's what I told Yuri though.
Anxiety.
I was like, dude. I was like, everybody knows this is stupid. This is just like it's gone on too long. It's too much. These lines aren't even 6 feet apart. We're literally squished in a group together. When I go to the grocery store, I'm literally like this with people.
Bruh.
It's just like. It's so dumb.
The main thing that's funny is that everyone knows is the restaurant thing. For some reason, you enter a restaurant with mask. You sit down, you take off mask. For some reason, legally, by the law, however it works, right? Even just not by the law, but by social standards, you can sit down at your table and take off your mask and feel not guilty about that completely. But you can't walk through the restaurant with your mask off because, yo, you're fucking up. But like you can sit down at your table, eat food and cough and do all types of shit and like no one's really gonna care.
Dude, it's all crazy.
I don't know why we got on this topic. What was the original thing that we wanted to talk about, bro?
We were talking about how we ended up getting COVID.
Oh yeah. So we both got COVID.
It's okay, so we took these tests on Wednesday. We were supposed to go to the Bay Area on Thursday. And I had already told my family like, hey, people at the office have already gotten COVID. We took our test right now. Yuri's under the weather. I feel fine.
I honestly, yeah, I was thinking about this today. Is like today, I officially feel normal again. I officially can say I feel good. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I need to lay down or I'm shivering all the time. Like for like 4 or 5 days, it felt like I needed to wear sweats. I need to wear like a jacket all the time, and it felt like I was constantly cold. You know what I mean? Like it felt like as soon as I had like shorts on or a shirt on, I would be freezing. I would need to be laying down all the time. I couldn't eat anything. Like my stomach felt so sensitive. Only
eating salad.
Yeah, I was only eating salad and fruit. Like I felt like almost like vegetarian, bro. Like I would constantly just be going to CVS trying to get like cherry tomatoes, pomegranate seeds. And salad. That's all that's all my stomach could like really take or whatever. And today I officially feel normal or whatever. But I was gonna say is like that's the kind of unfortunate and crazy part about this Christmas is I come from a Russian family, and Russians, like people who grew up in Russia and everything, we don't really celebrate the American Christmas. The American Christmas is like, it's a part of the American culture, and it doesn't fit into our calendar. In our calendar, the Russian Christmas is January 7th, or 6th, and whatchamacallit, and the day that we really pay attention to and celebrate is New Year's Day. That's like the Christmas for Russian people. So it's always worked out well where. Well, it's only been 1 year so far where we're like...
But we've already like talked about it where it's like, this is going to work out.
Exactly. We get to spend Christmas with Riley's family because they're Americanized and everything. Mm-hmm. And then we spend New Year's with my family because we care about New Year's and shit like that. And then my parents don't care about missing Christmas. It's not a big deal at all. And like it usually works out perfectly.
Yeah.
So far. But This year we got sick
I
with
know,
COVID.
dude.
We both tested positive, and
And I was like hoping, like I was like on a glimmer of hope, like
because we already healed up, kind of.
yeah, I was like I'm feeling fine, so maybe it's just negative and I'm chill.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was just like when I was sick. Maybe it was just a different sick, I guess, because there's obviously so many different types of colds, flus, whatever. But no, it was positive, and obviously Yuri and I didn't want to infect anybody because we're not gonna spread that shit.
I was just thinking about like your older part of the family,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the grandma and stuff like that.
Dude, how selfish would that
Your
be?
dad, you know what I mean, like your stepdad.
Even
and
though
stuff
my
like
family
that.
was bummed out, they obviously wanted us to stay home. And
Even
stuff.
like my parents. It's like my parents knew that like we just had to stay home. My mom was so crazy. When I told my mom that I tested positive for COVID, she's like, you need to order Instacart right now. You need to get zinc. You need to get vitamin C. You need to get ginger. You need to get garlic. She was like,
his mom is literally.
She was telling me like a whole list of
She's
stuff.
the best person.
And she's like, you have to eat all these things right now. She's like, this is no joke. Yuri.
Naturally, Yuri didn't do that, of course. And the next morning,
Because I'm telling my mom, I'm not. We both have COVID right now. I'm not trying to leave the house. I'm not trying to order anything. Like I'm like, bro, like just chill. We feel better already, dude.
the
Like
next morning, his mom calls me and was like, "Is Yuri awake?" And I was like, "No."
she thought I was dead.
I'm not home. And she was like, "Oh, like I made soup and like I have all these
Oh.
groceries." She literally brought us
Is Yuri
soup,
awake?
ginger, zinc, lemon,
Oh,
everything to make you feel better. Like she is a fucking saint.
My mom could tell by my tone and my voice over the phone that
you weren't gonna do it.
I was gonna buy any of those things she
So
was
she did it
recommending.
for him.
So literally the next morning, my mom she's like, hey, I got keys to your apartment. I'm not gonna see you, but she's like, I'm gonna
I
just
fucking
leave
love
everything
her,
on your
dude.
front door, and I'll just tell you when it's there, and you can bring it in. And I was like, all right, thanks, mom. And then she fucking brought us hella soup. The soup is delicious.
Delicious. of course.
Everything she told me to eat, bro. Like she's like, you gotta eat like garlic,
She brought us
ginger.
a ginger this big. A piece of ginger this big. I'm not even
Bruh.
exaggerating.
I feel so bad, but also I feel so appreciative that like I have like such a caring fucking mother
You
because
do.
like as a kid, bro, like you know, it's so easy just to be like, come on, mom, like you know, leave me alone, blah blah, whatever, like just like on some spoiled white kid shit. And then the older you get, the more you talk to other people, and then like you realize like, oh shit, other people's parents don't really give a fuck as much as my mom or my parents do.
My
you know
mom
what I mean?
would definitely take care of me if I was in her house and I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
She would obviously take care of me, or if I was around her and I was feeling fucking sick, she's always taking care of me. But if I were to live outside the house, like 30 minutes away, I don't know if my mom would try.
Bro, there's like hella.
For like one day that I'm sick, I feel like she would just tell me what to do.
But you know what's crazy is like her motherly anxiety, like it does get to this kind of
angel.
unrealistic point where I guess we'll just jump to this topic right now really quick is since Riley and I spent Christmas in quarantine, we opened up Christmas presents together or whatever. We just opened up each other's presents, and Riley's present to me was something I really fucking appreciate. Riley does this thing where she really listens and she pays attention to the thing that I always like kind of like randomly talk about.
And then I like make it like so like you're okay. And your idea is like whatever.
Oh yeah, you don't even pay attention to it. But basically,
Yeah,
like
I just
I sometimes, not sometimes, but like I love snowboarding. You know what I mean? But snowboarding is an expensive fucking thing where like I've never been able to do it my whole life. Like whenever I've wanted, I've only gone snowboarding like 2 or 3 times, but every time I go, it's like the sickest time of my life. Like I love doing that shit. So out of the ordinary. Like you're like going down a mountain. Like it's super cool to me. And then so I always bring it up. I'm always just like
this whole year,
I'm always
every week since Halloween.
I remember last year when it was winter, I was like, it's winter. I hope I have a chance to go snowboarding or whatever.
I want to go snowboarding.
And then
every week since literally Halloween, he's been like, I want to go snowboarding. I want to go snowboarding.
And it
I'm
basically
like,
never
okay.
worked out or whatever.
I'm like, okay, maybe we can go to the snow. I always just say that. I'm like, okay. Like,
but yeah,
know.
so either way, Riley fucking surprises me with.
But Yuri's always like, it's so expensive to get like a ski lift ticket. Like, blah,
It
blah, blah.
is,
Like,
bro.
it's an expensive
That's the thing.
sport.
It's like it's meant for privileged people. It's like skateboarding it is, kind of expensive to enter it, where you need $150 for a complete deck. But once you got a complete deck, trucks last you forever, wheels can last you a long ass time, bearings can last you a long ass time, and you just got to replace your deck, and that's like $40-50 every couple months. Or maybe you can get like a used deck, or like someone can give you their old one or something like that. So it's like, it's not that expensive, you know what I mean? Like skateboarding is like a really cheap thing to get into, but snowboarding, you gotta live next to the snow, or if you don't, you gotta be able to drive there somehow. You gotta afford to rent gear, if not rent buy. You have to and also, like,
be able to do it.
Be able
because it's not worth it if you don't know how.
You got to be able to like eat food up there, because you're stuck up there.
Cabin
like, and you
fees.
got to get like all that like food and all that random. It's expensive, bro. It's like, it's meant
cabins
for,
are so
snowboarding
expensive.
is meant for the fucking privileged, dude. It's like, it's not meant for like the average Joe to just get into.
No.
But even though I don't like the idea that it has like an expensive entrance fee, it is hella fun.
You do
know what
like
I mean?
the activity.
But anyways, Riley surprised me with the fucking trip where we're gonna go snowboarding in a couple weeks or whatever. I don't want to say exactly when, but we're gonna go snowboarding in a couple weeks with
nobody, with some friends.
with some friends, and I'm super fucking excited about. I forgot the point why I was bringing it up. There was a point while I was bringing up the snowboard trip.
You were talking about your mom and how her motherly anxiety.
Oh yes. So I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, guess what Riley surprised me with? She surprised me with the snowboard trip, blah blah. And then my mom's like, she's like, you're going to Big Bear? She's like, you're gonna go to Big Bear or whatever, blah blah. She's like, she's like, you got to be careful. She's like, I've had friends that have went to Big Bear, and it started snowing so bad that it took them 10 hours to drive up the hill, because you have to drive so slowly, blah blah. And then she said that they got stuck in Big Bear, blah blah. And she was telling me this whole nightmare story of just like you getting stuck up there and blah blah and all. And now, as I'm listening to my mom, I'm like, okay. I'm like, so Mom, because this one unfortunate event happened to your friend, am I supposed to just never leave my house? Like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Like, and she's like, no.
This is where your relationship is hilarious.
And then she's like, no. Like, I'm just saying, blah, blah, or whatever. And then I forgot what else she brought up. She brought up some, like, other nightmare situation, right?
But didn't you guys used to always go to
Yeah,
Big Bear?
we've gone there a bunch of times, bro. And then I'm like, she brings up another nightmare situation. I'm like, tell my mom. And I'm like, dude, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that can happen to anyone. I'm like, hopefully it doesn't happen, but why would you even bring it up? And then my dad's just like, yeah, like, come on, man, like, come on, like, it's like anything could happen.
He's gonna have so much fun. We used to do this all the time.
And it's just so funny. It's like, my mom's not doing that. Like, she just cares so much that she just like has anxiety over everything I do, even though I'm 27 years old now, bro.
Because you're her baby.
I'm like, dude, I've been living by myself for like 2 years already.
Moms always are way more protective over their sons than their girls.
You think so?
For sure.
Than their girls?
Obviously, my mom's protective over us, but I feel like mother and son bonds are a little different. I don't know why.
Especially honestly, I kind of noticed
culture.
It. Really? I was going to say I noticed it, especially in the Russian culture, where like, it is kind of a thing, you know what I mean? Like, where like the mother like hella like looks after the son,
and the
son shows
little girl too.
The son shows hella respect towards the mother, you know what I mean? Like, he's just like,
you always look up to your dad as a girl.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I know.
So it's always like daddy's little girl, mama's boy.
Mm-hmm.
It is a thing. But the boys in my family are very mama's boy.
You think so?
I understand where. I think it's cute where your mom is super protective over you.
I know. Well,
she loves it.
That's what I was gonna say.
So
Is when you're a kid, it feels like it's so easy just to be like, what the fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Get
leave me
off.
alone. Let me do my own thing. But now, like, I'm like, I really appreciate that, because, dude, I remember the first shocking thing I heard when I was in senior year of high school. I was talking to one of my I had a couple of homies named Enrique, but I was talking to one of my other homies named Enrique, and he was telling me he had like some anxiety after, because we only had a couple months until high school finished, and he had this crazy anxiety where, like, I'm thinking, my mind, when there's like a couple months left, I didn't know I was going to get kicked out of school yet, but there was a couple months left of high school, and I was thinking, like, fuck yes, I get to skate, I get to smoke weed, I don't gotta worry about homework no more. Finally, this 12 years of bullshit is done. I was so ready just to be like done with it, and I was so happy to have like the freedom of like not worrying about school anymore and all this shit or whatever. I had like no type of fear of like, what am I gonna do or anything like that. Like I felt like fine, you know what I mean? Like, but that's because I had the comfort of knowing my parents weren't gonna kick me out the house. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think like my parents weren't like kind of telling me like you better get a job after high school, you better go to
Yeah.
college after high school. They didn't tell me shit. You know what I mean? That my parents were just like, thank God you're finishing high school at least. And I had to hide the fact that I got kicked out. Like I literally hid the fact that I got kicked out from. I don't think my dad even knows yet, bruh, that I got kicked out of high school.
Bruh,
I don't think
foreigners be like,
I don't
can't.
think I ever fucking told this fool. But
That's my best friend Karina, who was like, her parents only spoke Spanish. She got away with so much shit because her parents didn't understand anything.
yeah, he didn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like he never went to any parent teacher conferences or anything. And then dude, I had this homie, Donat, right? And now towards senior year, report cards started being printed in like ink, right?
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, they were printed almost like in like this like weird lead where you can take an eraser and literally fucking erase it, right? And bro, I used to take my report card, which would be like F F F
Yeah.
C F F F, you know what I mean, like stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I would take it to
Middle
my
school
homie
me.
Donat, and he would fucking erase the letters and then replace it with A's and B's, and like he would change my fucking grades just so I could take it to my dad, and my dad would be like, all right, seems legit, you know what I mean? Like he wouldn't even care, and then like he'd be like, all right, you can continue skating. Like that's all I was worried about, was like being able to continue skate. And I still to this day, my parents hold on to my report cards, some of my best ones. They're forged. I can show you.
Oh
one.
wait, no! All my
Like-
report cards in middle school were forged. I failed like damn near every class in middle school. Besides, like middle school, literally doesn't count. Middle school does not count.
You don't think so?
No, because
That was my
the-
best years.
the
is middle
only-
school, for the grades.
The only school that counts is high school if you're going to college, because those are the only grades they look at. They don't look at your middle school grades.
That's true. That's true.
So it doesn't even fucking matter if you fail middle school.
I had the dumbest mentality then because I cared about my middle school grades.
And
I did
would
not
just
care about my high
forge
school grades.
every signature on every report. I hope my parents are no.
But you want to hear? Do you want to hear something fucked up? Is in my parents have this like computer table, and there's this like one cabinet that opens up, right? And when you open up the cabinet on the inside, my parents taped up their favorite report cards of mine where I did the best. Two of them are like heavily forged, where all the grades have changed from like straight F's to straight A's and B's and like shit like that, and they fucking never noticed.
Wow. I would go in my middle school math teacher I had for 7th and 8th grade. Her name was Miss Kennedy, and I would like always go into her classroom in the morning and just change my grade.
On the computer? What the fuck? That's pretty smart. I would not know how to do that.
She literally like did not care. Like there would be hella kids in her class all the time, like just playing games and shit. And so me and my friends would just be like, "Oh, let's go to Miss Kennedy's in the morning
What the
some days."
fuck?
And I'd be like able to get on the computer. Like I'd be like, "Oh, Miss Kennedy, can I use your computer?"
Dude, you know what
And she would let me, and I could literally change my grade like that.
you know what you reminded me of in when I was in 2nd grade, Yu-Gi-Oh cards were fucking hella popular, right? And then we had this thing in school where like they made it such a big deal. They were like handing out notices and like putting up bulletin boards saying like no Yu-Gi-Oh cards in school. You can't bring any Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And everyone who was like playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, we were like drug dealers, bro. We were like hella low key fucking trying to play like super on the low trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit like that. And if you ever got caught with Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my 2nd grade class, because you had in middle school and high school it changes, but in my elementary you had the same teacher for all periods. You know what I mean? Like English, math, blah blah. It was all the same teacher. But in middle school it was like English is this teacher, math is this teacher, and you have like 6 different teachers throughout the whole day or whatever. But either way, like we had this one teacher in 2nd grade where every time she caught you, she took your Yu-Gi-Oh cards and she put on this like a high ass shelf that no one could fucking reach, right? But we had this one kid in class named Alex, and I went to school with him all the way up until middle school, and he fucking he was hella tall. Like as a little kid, he was always super lanky and tall. And whenever the teacher would be like out of the class or like kind of distracted or whatever, he would run over to the fucking place where she hid all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He would reach over and just grab hella, and then just be like, "Yo, guys," and just fucking start handing our Yu-Gi-Oh cards back to us. And I remember we were always just be like hella hyped with pleasure, like, "Yo, yes, we're getting our fucking cards back."
That's crazy.
God damn, bro.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
The fucking dude, I remember Beyblades were fucking hella
Beyblades.
popular when I was in
No one had
elementary.
Beyblades.
Really? In what?
And we would have the little arena, and we'd just be like.
I never got.
I hated those things. They were stupid.
I always wanted the fucking the ring, but we never had the ring. We always just had the fucking Beyblades, and we were just like
on the kitchen floor.
Yeah, exactly. Just like flinging them around, bro. I remember, dude.
But I think one year for Christmas we got like the plastic ring, like the arena.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was fire.
Dude, I remember my dad and my parents like never kind of really paid attention to the shit that I was kind of really into. They would just not buy me, but like whenever it was like my birthday or Christmas, like they would give me things that they thought were interesting, and I would be like, oh, that's sick or whatever, right? And like, but there was like moments where they would really pay attention to like what the fuck I really wanted. And I remember one day I fucking like it was like when I was in elementary school. I came home from school one day, and then my dad just like, yo, I got a random gift for you. And I was like, what is it? And my dad, he would always just like hella fucking make me take hella long to like try to guess what it is, or like kind of fuck with me until he actually gave it to me. And it took a minute for him to finally give me the fucking gift, but I was like, what the fuck is it? And he's like, I got you this. And he didn't even know what it was called. And then it was a fucking little Beyblade thing. And I was just like, yo, you know what I fucking like. I was so juiced on the fucking Beyblade. Aww. I fucking remember that.
Yeah, that was like the thing for boys.
Dude, it was so cool. I never did it.
Every single one was different. Like
yeah, it was.
Weights, different.
Mm-hmm. I remember. Oh, you could also I remember there was like certain ones where you could adjust the weights on them. You could open them up and put like different weights in them.
Effect.
And then I also remember like me and my homie Victor. We never ended up doing it, but we were thinking like it would be sick to like melt some fucking razor blades on the fucking sides of the Beyblade, so when you rip it, it just this like crazy dangerous fucking
cut you.
Like fucking.
And did you do it?
No, I'm saying we never did it, but it would have been a good idea.
That's horrible.
Bro, I fucking miss my homie Victor. I was talking about him yesterday to Riley. For some reason, should we talk about what we did yesterday?
Go ahead.
Riley and I enjoyed some psychedelic vegetables. Are they vegetables or fungus? Yeah, I guess.
Fungi.
But either way, shout to my homie. I don't know if he wants me to say his name or not, or whatever. But he just gave it to me. Homie. But yesterday, I took these mushrooms, right, and then for some reason, like it's always like kind of like different. Like we don't do it often or whatever, but every time I have done it, it's always like different what the effects are.
Every time,
you know what I mean? For some reason, this time it just turned to some like nostalgic. Like I just started remembering all these crazy random thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, and like sometimes I'll tell my stories like of like what I've done, or what me and my friends used to do to like my coworkers or like Riley and stuff. And my shout to the VBC, shout to Trevor. I've told him like a couple of the random shit that like, you know, me and my homies used to do, and he always like says like, bro, like I'm gonna make a movie one day about like this shit that you like tell me or whatever. Like you have like crazy ass stories, and I always just think like, you know, like fuck it, like I never really take that shit too seriously. But then yesterday I was like, for some reason we were like on these mushrooms, and I was like thinking all these like crazy random memories of back in the day, of, like me when I was a kid and shit. And I was just like, dude, I've done like a bunch of random ass like pointless dumb shit that I don't even fucking remember, bro. And like,
dude, your life is like so dope and fun compared to mine. Mine was so boring and
I wouldn't
mediocre. When I was a kid, at least.
You can think
now it's getting a little more interesting.
Here's the thing, though, is like I graduated. I feel like here's the thing with life is like, I feel like my memories may not be like any more special or interesting as yours, but I feel like sometimes like the way I remember them or the way I talk about them makes them seem better. Like I kind of hype it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
where I'm just like, yo, like this was such a big deal to me, you know what I mean? Like blah blah, like this was so cool, or like, and then if you really think about it, it's just me and my stoner friend just being dumb, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day. But then now I think back on it, I'm like, that was some funny ass random ass shit,
fun,
dude.
Right? I know, like I think about like just like the random times I was with my friends, even though for the most part it was low key boring, where we were just chilling in like my best friend's room for like hours, but we would just like have fun and be stupid.
Honestly, like I'm not sure if this is just like because of the nostalgic effect of those mushrooms from yesterday, but like I really want to fucking get in contact with like my old homies that I used to kick it with all the time, because unfortunately, like, a lot of them, we like live hella far from each other. Like, you fucking grew up, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got to get a job, you got to get a house,
People
you got,
move
or
places.
apartment or whatever, and then like next thing you know, like you're working all day every day just to support your own lifestyle of whatever you choose to do. You don't have time to like just kick it in the streets all day. Like, we were like kids, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't have to work, we didn't have to do nothing. We just like, I would wake up and be like, I don't want to be home, I want to go skate. I go to the park, no one's here. What are you doing, bro? Let's go skate. What are you doing, bro? Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, next thing you know, you got like 10 people, and then like it's just like every day is like that. But now you just don't have the freedom or the privilege to do that anymore.
Nope.
And like, I was thinking like, dude, I really want to take the time to reconnect and like kick it with some of my homies, and I honestly have them on 10 talks and fucking like just bring up some of the old stories. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
I bet you they remember shit that I don't even fucking remember.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? I can't believe that happened. You know what I mean? Like, hella crazy random shit, bro.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We have to have some of your old friends and some of my old friends. We should do like a combo.
That'll be. We've talked about doing that before.
And like, yeah, if you brought one old friend and I brought one old friend, and then they could each share like random stories.
They're just like.
Because I'm like, damn, I don't even know what they would bring up.
But here's the
like,
thing:
to
is
me,
like,
I like look back and I'm like, I don't know, like I had like times where it's like probably memorable and like I had story moments, but like I can't remember a lot.
well, here's the thing: is like, I remember when the first time I went. I think we only went up to the Bay. How many times we went to the Bay? But
A couple, like 4 or 5.
one of the first. I think it was the first time we went up there. Riley was like, I want to take you to a bunch of, because I've taken Riley to a bunch of the view spots I smoke at, and like, you know, a bunch of the spaces well, me and my homies would kick it at. So when we went up to the Bay Area in San Francisco, Riley's like, I want to take you to some of the areas I kick it at. You know what I mean? Like, me and my homies would kick it at. And in San Francisco, what's that viewpoint called?
Fish Ranch Road.
Fish Ranch Road. Riley's like, I gotta take you to Fish Ranch Road, where it's just kind of like this viewpoint of San Francisco where you can go there and smoke and just chill. And I was like, dude, like, that's what me and my homies would do up here. But like in Hollywood, there's like no view. There's one viewpoint on Mulholland that you can kind of go there, but cops are really on it, and you probably can't just smoke there and chill there for too long. But if you really want to smoke and chill in the hills, like in Hollywood Hills, or Silver Lake Hills, you have to kind of find these cuddy little spots that's usually parked in front of these random people's houses or something like that, where that just happens to have a nice view and shit like that. But so Riley took us up to that spot, and I was thinking, when we were chilling at that spot, and you told me you've been there hella times, right? And I was just thinking like, bro, this is like
the only spot.
as I was there though, I was like, bro, this is like when I was like reading books of like other people's experiences, like, you know, like, I don't know, just like some Catcher in the Rye type shit. When I was reading like old books like that, like, that's what I envisioned. You know what I mean? Like some cool ass viewpoint where you can literally park up and see the view. You have nothing like in LA like that.
Because
you know what I mean?
like every other
So those are some good unique memories.
every city in the Bay is just like kind of like a random city, and then there's San Francisco, which is like the big city, which everybody knows.
And it's all hilly.
It's
and
just
everything.
it's just San Francisco. It's the big city. It's the lights. It's everything. So.
But San Francisco just happens to be like hella steep, and like there's all the hills the streets are hella
it's
crazy.
Where we sat, it's not in San Francisco. It's in Berkeley, and you could just see San Francisco from
from
view,
afar.
because San Francisco is its own like little island kind of. You saw like
Yeah,
how we had to
yeah,
go
yeah.
through that bridge, those bridges and stuff.
Dude,
It's like its own little island kind of.
I forgot the name of the movie, but there's this movie I saw in high school just about some crazy dystopian future where the gap between poor people and rich people has gone so far that like basically poor people have just become the slaves of the rich people type shit. I forgot what the name of the movie is, but when I went to San Francisco and then I saw that like it's what Riley is saying. It's basically like an island, and to reach this island, there's multiple bridges that take you there, but you need to pay to get in and out of there, right? And I was just thinking like, that's crazy, dude. Like, I bet you 40, 50 years ago, there's tons of people who lived outside of San Francisco, worked in San Francisco, and were able to travel back and forth without paying. You know what I mean? They were just able to do that commute, and they were just like, this is just another piece of land that we can all publicly reach. But now it's like, no, if you can't afford that fucking that $6, unless you're gonna walk it, or I don't know what the fuck else the other options are, a bus or some shit. But like, you gotta pay for the bus too. You know what I mean? Like, so. It's like you're monetarily restricted from this island. And then when I went to San Francisco, I was like, bro, like I did get this crazy dystopian future feeling of like damn, like this is like some futuristic ass city where you gotta pay to fucking go in and out.
It's been like that forever.
Everything's expensive in there, and that's where like when I saw the skateboarders there in San Francisco, I got like, if that's why I feel like that's why SF footage and the SF skateboarders are like so much more well respected and well known. Like not only did like Thrasher start out there, but like it just has this crazy feeling of like we're skating next to the billionaires. You know what I mean? Like we're like some poor ass dudes who could barely afford a 40, and we're skating on the streets of like these billionaires that walk on or whatever. It's like such a crazy gap.
There is a lot of people from San Francisco that have been living there forever though too. It's like it's such an old city.
Yeah,
it's a mixture. It's getting gentrified, but
it's getting gentrified.
Yeah,
dude. I think we talked about this before,
it's
but
obviously been gentrified.
Do you remember when Riley and I?
It's getting totally taken over now at this point. But
when Riley and I drove to San Francisco, the only time we ever went out there, but when we drove to San Francisco, you go across the bridge, and then the bridge is kind of like a freeway, right? And you have to take this freeway exit to get onto the streets of San Francisco, and so that's what we did. We're driving on the freeway / bridge. I take this exit. We curve around the exit. As soon as the exit or the ramp turns into the street, I'm like driving. I turn to the left. I see this homeless guy sitting with his legs crossed on the floor with the fucking rubber band tied around his fucking hand, and he's injecting heroin. And I'm like, babe, look, this guy's injecting. This guy's shooting up right here. And she's like, welcome to San Francisco. And I was like, yo, we just took an exit, bro. I was like, we just got off the fucking exit. And the first thing, literally no cap, bro, like literally no joke. The first thing I turn around and I look at, I see some dude shooting up, and I'm just like, damn, that's crazy.
I wish we took BART because you would have had an experience.
God damn, that's so funny. I know Riley really wanted to take the BART, but
I've seen some crazy shit on BART.
If you like, from my perception of the BART, it's probably worse than the LA Metro.
Oh no, it's
I've taken the LA Metro.
More common.
Dude, the LA Metro's sus, babe.
Yeah,
I can't believe I used to.
Wouldn't want to.
Bro, like I look back at my old vlogs where I used to skate around downtown LA, Koreatown, and all these places, and I used to take the Metro back and forth. I would carry my DSLR in my hand like fucking Casey Neistat, just like in my hand all day, every day. And, like, I had a couple sketchy experiences, but I'm like, I think back on it, I'm like, bro, I would not do that right now. Like, I can't believe I did that every day for, like, 3 years. Like, that's insane.
BART 95% of the time isn't bad. Yeah, sometimes you have to smell some hot urine.
I really have to pee.
But for the most part, it's not that bad. Sometimes I just get super duper scared when I'm by myself. I used to have to take it all the time by myself when I went to SF. All right, let's see. What should I bring up, guys? How was everybody's Christmas? And what is everybody doing for New Year's? That's what I want to know. Because I think I want to talk about New Year's with Yuri next. To pee so bad too. Very eventful.
I have a question for you.
What? Wait, I have to go pee too.
Okay, go for it. Well, actually, before you go, can I just ask you this? In the BART, is it mostly enclosed or is it mostly open air? the waiting stations.
Mostly open air.
Mostly open air. You'll probably be able to hear me while you're in the bathroom, but as we were talking about this brought me back to a random memory where in LA we have the Los Angeles Metro system, and almost all of it is underground. There's like parts of it, very few parts that are like above ground where you can wait in like the fresh air for your fucking train, then hop in the train or whatever, go wherever you're going. But most of the train stops are underground where you got to go like 2 or 3 stories below ground and just like way down there. And every time the train fucking passes by, it's like a tight ass tunnel, so it pushes all this fucking air into the waiting fucking area, and like all this like gust of air just goes past you every time a train passes by, or you gotta wait for like the next train or some shit like that. And like you if you've taken the train before in LA, you like everyone knows you gotta kind of like close your eyes and just like hold your breath for a second, because there's like all this dust. Like if you keep your eyes open, you're gonna get like sand or these like little particles in your fucking eye, and like it starts irritating your eyes. So you gotta like close your eyes and just like hold your breath when the fucking when the train passes by. Have you heard everything I said so far?
No.
I was basically saying that all the trains or like the metro system in Los Angeles, it's all underground. Where like you usually have to go like 2-3 stories underground and like wait in a fucking in a waiting lobby down there for the train to come or whatever, and then you get in the train. And I was just saying that every time the train comes or every time a train passes by, because there's 2 trains, right? The one direction you're going, direction you're not going, or whatever. And sometimes a couple of them pass by while you're waiting for the one you're waiting for. And every time a train passes by, it pushes hella air. Because you're underground, right? And it pushes hella air all around the room. And every time like it does that, you gotta close your eyes and kind of hold your breath, because all this dust goes everywhere and you just don't want to get dust in your eyes and all that shit, right? And usually when I'm waiting down there for the train, I'm like fucking around on my skateboard or like drawing or like doing some random shit where I'm just minding my own business, right? This one fucking random time I'm waiting for the train, I'm like standing on the side of like the where you're like waiting for the train. I'm like looking down at the train tracks, right? And I'm just like looking. I'm like, I see all this random trash, and then like for some reason I'm just like, I'm gonna keep looking around, like see like what the fuck I could see down here, right? And I see like all these like random little pieces of trash, blah blah, all this, and then all of a sudden I see like a tiny little rat like fucking run by, right?
No.
And then I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck? It looked like a baby little rat, right? I'm like, that's weird.
No.
And then I keep
I already hate it.
I keep staring at where the fuck I saw the rat run to, and then as I'm trying to wait for this rat to pop out, I see another one run by. And I'm just like, what the fuck? That rat was kind of bigger, right? I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, oh shit, like how many rats are there? And then I keep staring at the fucking train tracks, right? And I keep seeing like different fucking tiny little baby rats just like like fucking running back and forth. And I swear I see like at least 4 or 5 rats on the floor, right?
No.
And then I look up, and then there's this like hanging sign that says the train stop that you're on. Like it'll say Hollywood Highland or something like that, right? And then it'll say like some of them will have like a digital readout that says like 10 minutes until the next train. It's basically this railing that goes all the way across. And then like I look up at the railing trying to like see how long I have to wait until the next train, and I see a fucking rat running across the fucking railing, right? And then all of a sudden a fucking train passes by, and it pushes all this wind with all that dust again too. And I just started thinking, I'm like, bruh, like there's hella rats in here, dude. And like all this wind and dust that's getting pushed, I'm breathing in the fucking rats like fur, like, you know what I mean, like all that
Okay.
it's like I'm just thinking about how dirty it is like down there just to breathe all that air, bro. And I was like holy shit,
You know how many
this shit's
people
kind of
in New
grimy, bro.
Do you know how many people in New York take the subway every single day for like years?
I know,
And
I
they
know.
have way more rats than we do out here. You know, how many, they have jumbo size rats.
There's like a statistic that says for every one person in New York, and I forgot the number, it's like 8 million people live in New York. For every person in New York, there's 7 rats.
Yeah, I believe it. Fuck that.
That's fucked up.
That's why I don't want to do New York. Like that's the.
You said
only-
you want to go to New York.
I do, and that's the only thing that I get turned off by. Cause my friend told me that when she visited New York, she was like, it's like San Francisco, but way dirtier, and there's way more rats. I was just like, I want to do New York because it's New York, and you have to do that at least once in your life. But like that scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Before we continue, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. I need to grab my phone. I don't know where the fuck my phone is, but first
It's over there.
sponsor I have to give a huge shout out to is Stay Grounded. They haven't posted the video yet. I'm not sure if they actually will or not, but Stay Grounded recently sent Riley and I to the High Rollers event where we filmed a bunch of drip treks over there, but unfortunately that was the day I just recovered from that crazy stomach flu, so I was feeling like kind of low energy and like kind of crazy that day, like not 100%. So I'm kind of wondering if that's the reason why they haven't posted the footage yet, so I'm hoping they will. But either way, they are still a sponsor of today's episode. I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Stay Grounded. They've been a
Shout out
sponsor
to
for a
you
long
guys.
time. If you guys support the fucking podcast, please drop a follow, drop some comment, drop some Harmonious Gang comments in their fucking comment section on Instagram. It's Stay Ground DEAD on Instagram, Stay Grounded. And basically it's a fashion page. If you guys are into buying like new like streetwear, or like looking for new streetwear brands, or if you guys own a streetwear brand of your own and you just need some new eyes on it, get some opinions on it, it's a good Instagram page to tap into, where they can post all your like stuff and like get their audience's opinion on your shit, and you get to see like, oh, should I continue doing that? Is this a good style or whatever? Or like, yo, everyone fucks with this. Now like you'll get a bunch of people hitting you up trying to cop that piece of merch or whatever. So tap in with Stay Grounded if you guys are trying to look for new apparel to wear or buy, or if you guys have your own brand that you guys are trying to promote or get some new opinions on, because there's a lot of brands out there that have fire shit, but you know, they just don't have enough eyes on their shit. And Stay Grounded is very tapped in and has a very big audience. And I'm going to go grab my phone for the other sponsor as well really quick.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Can't we phone all the way over here?
I know, and it's on loud. I heard it go off.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Okay, and the other sponsor I want to give a huge thank you to is CushFaceJ_. If you guys are in the San Gabriel Valley area or the Whittier area and are looking for quality meds for a good price, follow and message CushFaceJ_ on Instagram to get on Instagram to get your order in with Mellow Mobbin medical delivery. Must be 18 plus. With medical recommendation, or 21 plus, and tell them without a medical recommendation, and tell them Yuri sent you for a discount. Again, follow and message CushFaceJ_ to get your Mellow Mobbin medical needs. But also tap in with the CushFaceJ on Instagram, like follow, drop some comments, say some random shit, just because he is a sponsor. He's the homie and he's super chill. Huge thank you to CushFaceJ_ for sponsoring us. I don't have any topics written down. What do you have?
I was just talking about how it's gonna be 2022.
I know, bruh.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I hate the idea of a New Year's resolution.
Or do you have anything you want to accomplish in 2022?
There's a bunch.
Or goals. What are your goals?
To be able to kind of like, it's called like, I guess what it's called is like kind of like reach some sort of like financial independence, where like I can we can finally have some more time, you know what I mean, just to enjoy life, you know what I mean? Because we were talking about it yesterday and I'm just like, bro, if it literally feels like the past 2 weeks or even longer, I've kind of been this like crazy haze of just like, we wake up, go to work, come back hella late, cook dinner, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, cook dinner, like it's just like crazy, you know, like it gets to this point where I'm just like, we're not even doing anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about like all those memories I was having yesterday, you know what I mean, like of like back in the day of like doing all this shit when I was younger. Granted, I didn't have to work, but I was just like, it feels like we're not even making any memories. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. You know, like it gets to this point where I'm just like, bro, like I want to be able to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, do anything type shit. It's like, other than just like, we're just working all the fucking time. You know what I mean? That's what it kind of feels like at this point. Yeah. So it'd be cool to like just be able to be like, dude, we can finally do more stuff. Mm-hmm. You know? But that's like everyone's dream, I feel like, which is like the fucking near impossible goal to reach, it feels like.
Yeah. Might take some time, but hopefully we get there eventually. I feel that. I definitely feel the same.
What about you? What's your New Year's resolution?
Same thing.
Hit the gym, start working out more.
Yeah, I definitely want to get more active.
I was kidding.
I definitely want to get more active. I think that's everybody's probably everybody's goal. I just feel like that's more like, it's important to take care of yourself and move your body, like especially if you're in an office type environment where you're sitting down all day. Yeah, you have to move at least an hour.
No, 100%.
That's like you're gonna get fucked up. And
that's what my mom was telling me too. She's like, hey, yo, even though you're stuck in quarantine right now, she's like, make sure to like do some push-ups or like walk around your house or do something. She's like, you can't let your lungs kind of like what's it called, I forgot the word for it, where like they just don't have to work anymore. Deteriorate. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like deteriorate, but it's like a synonym for that. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, basically it's like, you gotta stay active, you know what I mean, like do something. And unfortunately it's like I haven't really been doing that at all.
But same thing, I want us to be able to like in a way make our own schedule and yeah, just have more free time.
I know.
Or be able to at least have opportunities for us to create more memories.
Mm-hmm.
Or like at least like work on my dream and my goal is to like for us to like be able to travel for our content and like be able to do shit in different areas.
I was thinking about it, right? I was thinking about it earlier today too, when I was like, when I was.
My goal.
That's a good goal. I was thinking about that, like the idea of like kind of like reaching this like financial independence, right? And like how to do it. And I was like watching this crazy video the other day on YouTube about Billionaire Row on New York, which is basically like a street where it's all these like crazy apartment buildings, but they're not apartment buildings. They're like kind of like these huge, insane condos type shit. And you basically just like purchase them, and some of them are like 156 million plus. They're very, very expensive, and it's called Billionaire Row, where only billionaires can afford this fucking piece of property. And during that video I was watching, they were interviewing one of the real estate agents that sells these fucking condos, and he was talking about some of his clients of like the people that purchase these things, and he was talking about how he's like, I don't even have to like talk to any of my clients in person, really. He's like, a lot of them will hit me up and they are from different countries, and they like, he's like, a lot of my clients haven't even stepped foot into these apartments, you know what I mean? Like they're purchasing these apartments as strictly as like kind of an investment, because when you have like billions of dollars, it's bad for you. Or when you have like tons of money, it's bad for you just to have money sitting around. You gotta like put it into something that is appreciating over time, you know what I mean? Because like cash itself is depreciating or whatever, so you got to buy things that like will hold its value, or if not like gain value over time. And a lot of like, you know, rich people like try to find different ways to invest their money, and this real estate agent was just talking about how like in like short terms, like that's kind of like the key to kind of like the financial freedom, you know what I mean? Is investments, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like not you keep hearing this all the time, like work hard, and then it's gonna pay off in the end, or work hard and it's gonna pay off type shit or whatever. And then like he was kind of explaining it in a way where it's like no, dude, like work smarter, not harder. It's like you gotta like kind of, but also that doesn't. But I feel like a lot of people, the reason why a lot of people don't do that shit is because it's crazy unattractive to put $200 into this stock, and then put $50 into that stock every month, and just not even think about it for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And then in 10 years, you're like, sweet, now I can buy a house. Now I can buy this other investment. Now I can buy this other investment. That's like super unattractive because it takes a long time to do, and it's like boring or whatever. And you don't just get to, you know what I mean, like go on Instagram and be like, I bought a Ferrari. I bought this instantly or whatever at the age of 25 or 24 or whatever. And that's what I was just thinking about. It's like you gotta, or we both gotta like start thinking into those like long-term investments. You know what I mean? Of what could we do to start like kind of slowly putting our money away that in the long term it's really gonna pay off.
Yeah, that's smart. Your mom always tells me about it.
What?
To put your money in something.
My mom?
Yeah.
Really?
She'll be like, I put this in Tesla every month.
Oh yeah, I know. My mom's really on top of that
like,
shit.
I have to do Tesla, and then I forget what else. Google.
I forgot for sure Bitcoin. I think she did tell me
Bitcoin.
she bought some Bitcoin or whatever, or not, like, you know, put money into Bitcoin, not bought any Bitcoins at all. Yeah. I don't know how much Bitcoin is right now. I think it's like $50,000 for one.
Really?
Around probably, which is, bro, that's another thing. That's like
what it was, right?
Holy shit! What the fuck was that? You think that was a gun?
No.
No way, right? That was a really loud explosive, though. But I was just thinking, like, I always beat myself up about that. Where my homie and I, Alan, we were like just chilling in a car one time, right? We're about to go skate. These girls fucking crash into the car, fuck us up. I have to get physical therapy, all this shit, right? Years pass by after this car crash, and I got a $7,000 check from basically my pain and tribulations, right, for this fucking whole thing. And that was the most money I've ever just been given, just like that at once. And when I got that $7,000 check, I still had to pay off my laptop that I purchased for work or whatever. So I was like trying to pay off my laptop. I had like I think $2,000 on my credit card that I was like gave me so much anxiety that I really wanted to pay off. and then I had all these like debts basically that I needed to pay off, right? So I got the $7,000, and I remember at that time when I got that 7K, I was like, I want to buy some Bitcoin, and I remember I put like $50 in Bitcoin, but when I put that $50 in Bitcoin, Bitcoin was $11,000 at that time, right? And then literally a couple months later, it hit like a new average of 50,000, and I was just thinking like, bruh, if I had just said fuck it to all my debts for like a couple more months, like kind of how I already was, you know what I mean? Like if I had just said like, you know what, I'll give it a couple more months to pay it off, I'm gonna put the 7K into Bitcoin, that 7K would have been like $30,000 right now or more.
But you would have kept.
Not even now, it would have been like
a year,
like months ago, it would have been 30K plus. Which is just like, fuck, bro. Like, that shit really, you like, you know, you get upset about that. You're like, fuck, god damn it. 30K? Imagine. What would you do?
You had to do what you had to do.
No, I know. I'm glad I paid everything off because I don't like the anxiety of debt. I fucking hate that shit. To know, like, every time you, like every time I spent any money, I was just like, oh, great. I'm spending money when I still owe money to this thing or whatever here. And it just, like, I don't know. It makes you feel weird. Just being in debt constantly. So it did feel good to get that off my chest. Either way, what else do we have listed on the topic section?
One second.
What?
Unicornitos.
Oh my god. Honestly, I don't think I even really want to talk about it.
Why? You were so obsessed with it last night.
I know. I think it's because we were so acting strange. But okay, let me.
You're obsessed.
Let's talk.
I was not into it.
Let's talk about this. Riley and I were looking for Christmas gifts, right, for our nieces and shit, because we both have nieces, and I saw this random packaging, or Riley saw this random packaging, and it was called Tostitos.
Cutie-dos.
Cutie-dos, right? So there's Tostitos. This company's called Cutie-dos. Unicornitos, and then it says unroll a furry friend, and it's basically like these like little teddy bears or these like little plush animals that come rolled up in a taquito, and you're supposed to in a burrito, and you're supposed to unroll it and see what the fuck you get every time. It's like, oh wow. And I was like looking at this, and I was just like, what? I was like, why is there a mix of like a food item, a Mexican food item, and a kid's animal plushie toy? I thought it was so fucking weird, and Riley's just like, they always make weird stuff for kids. It's just like that, right?
It is.
And then I was just like thinking, I was just like, no. I was like, no, you can't leave it at that. You can't. There's certain things in life where you can't just brush it off as like, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, what? Like, no. I was like, what's going on here? Like, are these plushies like do they have their own storyline of like some sort of show where that's the new world they're in, where they become like these like Mexican food items? And then Riley's like, no, it's just a random thing they thought of, right? But then I was just thinking like, no, it's a whole graphic. Like if you look at the packaging I post on Instagram, it's like a whole crazy graphic. It's a whole lineup of different fucking burrito wrapped animal stuffed toys. And I was just, dude, that show's just like, the more I talk about it, the more I realize how dumb it is. But like, it just blows my mind.
It's just random.
Do you want your kid unrolling a burrito stuffed toy? Why? It's so weird to me.
Because kids think it's funny. Like, kids like unicorns, and they like burritos, and they think it's a funny, like, a unicorn burrito.
no, here.
It's like some iCarly shit.
Oh, no, okay, no. That's what I was going to say, is right here. Is when I was a kid, and when we were, like, younger, and we were watching iCarly, right? We saw, like, all the weird foot stuff. They're drawing faces on their foot. Like, I noticed that even as a kid. I was like, what's up with all the foot jokes, right? And then you always just think, like, it's iCarly, it's Nickelodeon, it's these random Disney shows or whatever, blah, blah. But then, like, years later, you're like, oh, shit, the writer of the show had a foot fetish, and he was into this weird foot stuff, right? Like, that's why he's always including these foot jokes. And then I'm thinking, like, no, like, who is the guy who brought that idea to the table? Who's the dude who's just like, yo, guys, look at my drawing. Look at these burrito-wrapped children's plush toys. What do you think? And they're just like, yo, good job, Bob. You did it, bro. We're making millions. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, where the fuck did this idea come from, bro? Is it Americans?
It's Americans.
Do you think
Being
so?
weird.
Tostitos. I mean, Cutie-dos.
Cutie-dos.
I don't know. We kind of like went into this like crazy fucking deep hole yesterday where they even made food snacks where it usually says unroll a furry friend. this food snack, it says unroll a furry cheesy friend. And I'm just like,
It was the pizza edition.
so it's gone full circle. It went from like, oh no,
Burrito.
we're just a plushie toy that happens to be wrapped in a burrito. Oh, we're actually a food item, a Mexican food item based off a plushie toy that's wrapped in the burrito. It's like it's like a full circle fucking like it's a meme of a meme of a
It
meme.
wasn't a food item.
It was.
No,
it said a
wasn't.
cheesy friend.
It was the pizza edition.
Oh my god, bro.
Instead of it being wrapped in a burrito, it was wrapped in a pizza. It was a plushy pizza with the animal.
Dude. I don't know. I think unfortunately
Oh
when we have kids, I'm going to be the parents where you're going to be buying them shit and I'm going to be like, "No." I'm going to be like, "No, you can't play with that." And they're going to be like, "Mom bought it for me." I'll be like, "No. No.
Hell
No
no.
Cutie-dos." I'll be like, "You see this? Take out a fucking flamethrower."
Wow. So you're gonna be a Scrooge.
I'm not going to be a Scrooge. I'm going to show my kids like this is stupid. This is dumb.
Cutie-dos are cute.
Bruh. No, I don't know. Okay, that's it. No more Cutie-do talk. Don't fucking support them. I don't know bruh. And also, Riley brought up a good idea. She's like, what if we made plushies of our own Cutie-dos? Like,
With Luffy.
burrito wrapped, like Riley, Luffy, Lola, and I. And I was just like, it's kind of a good idea.
Right?
I
As
guess.
a burrito. Burritos
Um,
are my favorite food.
what should we talk about? Christmas with COVID, we talked about that. Draco, R.I.P. Draco. I feel like it's already been talked
Yeah.
about so much at this point, but not even like they're like, oh, it's not relevant to talk about anymore. I don't know what we could even say. You know what I mean? Just like I started watching. I never watched Swamp Stories. I started watching Swamp Stories, and they have a couple things about Draco, the ruler, and the Stink Team, and it's like I was blissfully ignorant about like the lifestyle they live and
Yeah.
like the fucking relationships they have with certain people, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like as I saw that, I was just like, this is at this point where it's like there is no one right. You know what I mean? There is no like, oh, they're fucked up for doing this to him, and it's like it's already like gone back and forth like in these crazy twisted ways so deep at this point where it's just like it's just craziness. You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't even know. Like I don't know what to say other than R.I.P. to a really good musician.
For real.
I couldn't believe it.
But dude, it happened at Blasie's party.
I know.
People were saying it in the chat when we were streaming, and me and Allison were like, no. We're like, fuck no, no way. And then, like, people were, like, just saying, like, oh, he just got stabbed. Like, he's still, like, going to the hospital or whatever. We're like, okay, he's going to be okay. Like,
yeah.
you just, like...
Because a lot of people
yeah,
survive stabbings,
yeah,
you know?
Of course, they usually do. And then I remember that next morning I woke up and I saw, like, R.I.P. Draco the Ruler. I was just like, no. Like, it happened, dude? Like, for real? It's just crazy, like... He's here one day and just gone the next.
I know. On fucking...
And he just got out of the jail and shit. It's just...
Probably, like, yeah, a little bit more than a year ago. Yeah,
it
it's
really sad.
It's fucking crazy. And then...
Fire artist.
R.I.P. Draco and...
Fire artist.
Prayers for fucking Ralphie, bro. I can only imagine how Ralphie's fucking feeling right now. That was, like, his best friend. His, like, road dog type shit. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking about a random, I don't know, just to change topics, also about another rapper, this whole Jay-Z thing, where everyone's just like, who can stand up to Jay-Z, blah, 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 right?
I'm just like anybody at this point.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing is hip hop and music is a young person's thing.
Exactly.
It's always
Academics said it best.
it's
lovely.
always been about the fucking, I don't know what academics said, but it's always been about, it's like like when I was a kid, the best songs, which is like the golden age of hip hop, right? Like all the love songs and all that stuff. When I was hearing those songs being released, that's when it was like music was targeted towards high school kids. You know what I mean? Like because I got high, like I failed my test, blah, blah, blah. It's like it's always like they had these like high school references. It was always targeted towards high school kids, like kids around the high school age. And I feel like music's always been that way, where everyone's just like, oh, what are the young kids listening to? It's always what the kids in fucking like around the ages of like 16 to 18 or maybe like 19 are listening to. That's like kind of like always the most relevant shit. And no kid from the age of 16 to 19 is listening to Jay-Z right now, unless there's some deep cut fucking like hip hop, backpack rap shit. They're trying to, like, they were on some shit I was, where like you're just like listening to old music, just trying to see what's up with it. Like, there's not a lot of people listening to Jay-Z like that. He had his era where if you bring up the same question during Jay-Z's golden era, everyone's gonna be like, no one. There's no one who could stand up to this plate, you know what I mean? But just because, like, you're saying that right now because you're 24. I'm 27, where I remember a little bit of when Jay-Z was hella popping. I don't even remember when Jay-Z was hella popping. You know what I mean? Like, my fucking sisters could probably tell me about that era, or like some of the other, my older homies could probably tell us about that era. It's just like, and that's the problem, is people, like, I feel like people who can remember Jay-Z's like golden era are like saying like no one can step up to that because they remember it, and all the younger kids are like, they don't even know what the fuck that era was. They don't even remember it. They have no point of reference. They're like, fuck no, Drake, you hear that new fucking Hotline Bling? You're tripping, type shit.
Hotline Bling. Oh Lord, babe. That is no.
And that's what I feel is like. I feel like the argument is like two different generations are arguing. You know what I mean? Like for like, oh, whose generation is more relevant, type shit.
Yeah.
Over time, like, dude, right now, you bring up the word Michael Jackson, there's going to be so many people going, legend, fucking, his music's always going to be a slapper, blah, 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 like all this shit. I fucking hate listening to Michael Jackson, dude. I've heard it my whole life. Same thing, unfortunately, with Tupac, bro.
Crazy.
I've listened to so much Tupac, it made my fucking ears bleed, bro. Like, I swear to God, if you put on Tupac in the car, I want to blow my brains out, dude, because I've listened to so much of it. I can't listen to no more Tupac. I can't listen to no more Biggie. I've heard the same songs on the radio my fucking whole existence, bro. And it's like, I just can't no more. You know what I mean?
Say it with your chest.
I forgot the point I was getting to. I just started getting on a crazy
Michael
tangent.
Jackson, though,
but I'm just saying, like,
even though I've heard Michael Jackson
same thing with Michael
100,000
Jackson
million times, like my family literally plays it all the time. Every restaurant.
because they're
plays
older,
it.
they know,
Exactly.
they remember.
I could still
I
fuck
don't.
with it all the time.
That's how I'm gonna. That's how I'm gonna feel about, you know what I mean, like certain rappers that I listen to, like MF Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I can always slap MF Doom. I fucking love that shit. But it's just like, yeah, certain rappers like that were like musicians where I'm just like, dude, I've heard this my whole life, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want him in a versus.
Dude, it's just not it for me. Shout out to him and Beyonce.
I guess there you go. There's our take.
Shout out to their really cute Tiffany commercial.
I don't really believe they're still in love.
No, I don't believe
You don't think so, right? There's no way. They're both having other partners.
I just think Beyonce's way too fun.
No, dude, I don't know. I feel like they both got other partners. I don't feel like
They probably do.
Right?
They definitely do.
I for some reason I don't envision that they're still like coming home from work being like, hey, I just made $5 million today. Let me hang up my jacket. Hey, babe, you want to cook some dinner? You know what I mean? And she's just like, yeah, I just made $10 million today. Blah blah. Like let's make some steak. Like it just seems so weird. You know what I mean? Like it's more likely like at the end of his day he's like FaceTiming her. He's like, hey babe, I'm in Paris. What are you doing? Oh, I'm in Calabasas. Blah blah. I'm doing this. Oh, okay, all right, sick. I'll hit you up tomorrow. I'll be in Dubai, and she'll be like, okay, I'll be in Texas, and like they're probably just like fucking in different places at all times. To be honest, that's kind of how I envision it. I don't really think they're an actual couple. It's hard to believe, right?
I think all Hollywood's fake. Who knows?
We're from Hollywood. Or I'm from Hollywood. So I'm fake?
No, I'm talking about like all these like all those relationships and shit. Like there's so many hidden secrets and shit.
Bro, once I found
People
out
on
that
the low.
once I found out that my favorite love couple of
Love couple.
Noah Cyrus and Lil Zen was not real, I knew love wasn't real at all.
And she actually was with Tana Mojo.
She was?
Yeah, she was with Tana Mojo too.
She hooked up with Tana Mojo? Oh my god.
And Lil Xan was with Tana Mojo too.
God damn it. Dude, I wonder if like any of these celebrities have any self-perspective where like sometimes you look at the way they the shit that they do and you're like you see that your sister's crazy, so you're trying to kind of top her. You know what I mean? And it's, bro, the whole Miley Cyrus thing is so fucking cringy and so painful to me that, like, I forgot what's her name. Bella Thorne was. Bella Thorne was fucking was on Weed magazine cover. She was on Weed magazine cover as, like, the girl of weed one year, right? And then, or I think it was...
Weed girl?
Yeah, I swear to fucking God. She got, like, the cover of Weed magazine. And I saw that post, right? And I was just, as soon as I saw that, I was like... I can already envision 2 to 5 years from now, Bella Thorne's gonna be like, I was addicted to weed and I fucking spent all my money on it and it ruined my relationship with my family and I was depressed and I had anxiety and paranoia and blah 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 blah. It's a terrible drug, like, and that's literally what the fuck Miley Cyrus did, bro. She's just like, I remember when 2012 comes around, she does a zip with the what song was she on with Juicy J? What she was wearing the Jordan 23 thing.
In the club.
Yeah.
Perk with my shades.
Bro, she's talking about sipping lean, doing perks, smoking weed, doing all this shit, and there's like all these pictures come out of her like getting all lit, and then now Miley Cyrus is coming out saying like, oh, all that shit's stupid. Like I don't know why you guys are doing it, blah blah or whatever. It's like you spent a year or two doing this shit. After you spent 18 or 19 years not doing this shit. Talk to the people who have been doing that shit since they were 13 and now they're 20. Talk to them, bro. Don't fucking talk to Miley Cyrus. Don't talk to Bella Thorne. Talk to a fucking real stoner. Talk to a real fucking person, bro. Like, don't talk to these celebrities who fucking pick up a pipe and all of a sudden they're fucking stoners, dude. They're like, oh, dude, that shit pisses me off. It's so funny because just by me getting annoyed of it, it almost sounds like I'm some protective stoner where I'm just like only cool people.
You
can
are a
be weed
protective
smokers.
stoner.
No, I'm not.
Goes to you at the fucking smoke shop going off on the bud tender. I'm not mad at her. I'm just mad at the weed shop.
Shit's changed, bro. I'm gonna be that 90-year-old man
you
going.
Are a protective stoner,
I'm gonna be that 90-year-old man
it.
going like, you kids don't know. Shit used to be $10 a gram for some good shit. Now it's some fucking trash.
Oh my god.
Whatever. Fuck Bella Thorne. Stupid fake stoner. Same thing with Miley Cyrus, Noah Cyrus, fucking Billy Ray Cyrus. A bunch of fake stoners.
Yeah.
I want to sit in a room and force them to hotbox.
I feel like Miley got lit. Miley got lit.
Of course she got lit, but now she's like a fake, like, bruh. If you're gonna
vegan?
No, she's like against all the fucking drugs and shit now. Like if you're,
she's not.
Yeah, she is. There's been I've seen fucking tweets and shit come out where Miley Cyrus is just like she speaks against like all that sipping lean is like bad for you. She's like, oh, I got taken down a bad path.
She still smokes weed.
She's like, I got taken down a bad path with the Juicy J fucking era, blah blah. It's like, no, you were trying to hop on a hype train where you thought was a hype train. You were trying to join the popular group. You didn't get forced to do nothing.
I saw her at Bangers Tour. She was crazy.
God damn it, dude.
She was doing all the crazy shit.
It's so annoying.
But
it's like,
gotta love her.
It's like, oh, I have
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana, were you going through your parents' piggy jar looking for $5 or $10 in quarters so you can buy a fucking sack so you could smoke weed before you go to sleep? I don't fucking think so. You were hitting up fucking sexy daddy Billy Ray Cyrus, to transfer you a $50,000 Zelle.
There was no Zelle back in the day.
Oh, bro, he was wiring her fucking money, bro.
No, she got her own money from fucking Hannah Montana. You don't think they cut
She
her
got
the check?
her own money from Hannah. Get the fuck out of here,
You don't
bro.
think they went to
No,
her
I
bank
hate
account?
when people do this, bro. This is what you're doing right now is when rich ass kids come from rich ass families and their fucking dad hooks them
No,
up.
she was
Their
rich.
dad hooks them up with some contractor job. They didn't have to do shit to get that job, and the kid is all of a sudden is like, I'm a hardworking
No,
man. I fucking
obviously-
work. I grinded my fucking ass off to get to this position, and they don't want to be like, oh no, my rich ass fucking dad gave me
Obviously,
this
she
job.
was rich before, but she obviously made her own money on Hannah Montana. She was her own.
Yeah, she
was her
did,
own
but
person.
she made that money. Her making that money is like no flex to me, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not a
her
flex.
she was born into wealth
She
and
probably-
popularity.
I'm just saying she probably bought her own weed. She didn't need the Billy Ray wiretap.
She didn't have to be on Hannah Montana. She could have started selling farts from the age of 5, and she would have been a millionaire, bro.
What?
Like she was born
What?
into fucking popularity and wealth. Like she's gonna
duh.
make money no matter what.
Thank God bless, because she brought us the best years.
Bruh.
If we were a movie.
Miley's talented and Yuri's not open-minded. No, fuck that, dude. Fuck. God damn it. I hate that.
Anywho'sville.
I hate that when people are just like, "Oh, I got this crazy fancy job," and you're like, "Oh, sick. How'd you get it?" And then like, "Oh, my parents are in the film business," and you're like, "Oh,
Well, duh.
sick."
Dude, you're talking about somebody who used to have to audition for these things and always got told no.
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
It's like,
if
duh.
if you made it through that struggle, you would know like.
I'm just saying that she.
That shit's
I
hard
didn't
as
say
fuck.
anything. I just said that she got her own checks from Hannah Montana. That's all I said.
But I feel like it's gonna happen regardless. She would have got checks for something.
Well, yeah.
She would have got a proactive check just to be Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter who had acne.
Yeah.
They would have been
probably.
like, "This is Billy Ray
And
Cyrus's
I
daughter."
would have said she got her check from Proactive. So
For having acne and being popular.
that's how she
Good
got her
job,
check. I
girl.
get my check from my places, and she gets her check from hers. Why does that matter?
Just because like you have to work hard to get your check,
Okay,
and
but
all she had to
it's
do was
just
be
stating
born.
the fact. It's just stating the fact.
All right. Oh my god. No more.
Yeah, it's dope.
Riley and I sometimes get into these discussions off camera, where I'm just like, no, I don't think.
I'm not
they
saying
deserve the
it.
credit.
I'm not saying she deserves the credit, but I'm just saying she got paid from Hannah Montana.
No,
to be Hannah
I know she
Montana.
did, but like I don't think she deserved the credit of saying like, oh, she's a hardworking actress who made it in the film business, blah blah. It's like, no, your dad was a popular rich dude. If you
Okay, he had one hit.
they're gonna offer
He
his.
had one hit, and he was in nothing after that.
All right,
And then
whatever.
he came back.
No
he
more.
came back with Old Town Road.
No more Hannah Montana talk. She literally, you
We
can.
watched That's So Raven this
I
weekend.
feel like you can blame Hannah Montana for the fall of Juicy J's career.
Oh God.
It was literally after that collab that Juicy J no longer started getting as many like listens and views on YouTube. Like you saw a complete drop off
Wow.
where you're just like collab with Hannah Montana. Build up, zip and a double cup, ba 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 ba, did a Molly, lean, ba ba, collab with Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana.
No more Juicy.
You get the best.
She ruined him.
Of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow.
No. All right. What else do we have?
That's it. I think that's our show for today.
All right, guys. I think we are gonna do an after show. Are you done to do an after show?
Yeah, I'm down.
We are gonna do an after show right now. So I guess we will wrap it up right now. We haven't been able to. Oh, actually, hold on. There's one more thing I want to bring up. It's a contest that I thought of.
Oh.
I didn't even tell Riley about it. So.
Okay.
Guys, I wanted to do this last year. So this is me asking the audience for a favor, for all the video editors out there. And in return, it's kind of like it's set up in a way where I'm desperately asking for your help. But if you do this, or let me just explain it. So basically, last year, I really wanted to do end of the year highlight video of making a stream highlight of all of our best streams of like 2020, and then into and post it on 2021, like, yo, these are like some of our funniest or best moments or whatever. And I was just thinking, I wanted to do the same thing for 2021, but we're just fucking I just don't have the time basically to like to go through all that footage and edit it. And I was just gonna ask for any video editors out there that do have the time, if anyone wants to make like a highlight video. I don't care how long it could be, of like the best of 2021 for our streams together on the channel, or 10 talks or whatever, just anything that happened on the channel so far in the past year. If you guys are down to make a cool highlight video, it has to be like pretty entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be like attention grabbing. It can't be like something that gets like too boring to watch, where you're just like, oh, like it's just a clip montage or whatever. If someone does make like a cool, like a collage video of like of everything that's happened, like everything interesting that's happened, or just like a funny remix video of like some interesting moments this past year, for the channel. If you guys want to send it to me, you can like tag your Instagrams and your YouTube channels in the beginning and end of the video, and I will post it on our channel and on my Instagram, and Riley probably repost on her Instagram, and we'll tag and shout you guys out. And I was thinking, if we have multiple people who do it, then we can choose one winner, or if just one person does it, there'll also be a cash prize for whoever decides to make the video.
Yay!
I'm not sure how much money yet, but we'll figure
see.
that out. So that's what I was thinking.
Fire! I like
Basically,
that idea.
right?
Yeah, I like it.
It would be so, I don't know, tear jerky just to look at the past year. Like, wow, that's crazy.
When we were starting to do that on the stream this weekend, I was like, we've really come a long way in the past year.
For real, I know. It's so crazy to see like what the fuck has happened so far.
Yeah.
But either way, guys, we're gonna get into the after show right now, where during the whole podcast right now we have not been able to read the chat and everything and interact with you guys. But right now during the after show we'll actually open up the chat and see what the fuck everyone is saying. So if you guys can, please drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe. If you guys,
really helps us.
Yeah, it really does. If you guys can leave a comment, not in the chat, but in the comment section, because it actually does help grow the channel. It's like it turns into a thing where some people will say like, oh, dude, if you're asking your channel to like and subscribe like they if they wanted to do it, they would just do it. You don't have to ask them to do it, right? But some people don't understand that actually leaving a like and leaving a comment does help you get recommended every time we post or go live, and also it does help push the channel, where YouTube's like, oh, we should recommend this, or like, this channel is growing, we should like start like, like blah, blah. It does actually help grow the channel. So if you guys want to help support us in any way, liking and commenting in the comment section,
and make sure you subscribe. Right now we're at 13.1.
Oh yes.
And once we get to 15K, Yuri is going to lock himself in this room for 3 days long.
Yes, once we hit 15
3 days
subscribers,
time.
which is, we're less than 2,000 subscribers away. It's gonna be kind of difficult. We're probably gonna have to like close the mirror and like tape it shut, and I won't be able to open the mirror at all. And then we're gonna have to take everything out of this room, so like nothing's in here. And the only thing that's gonna be in here is gonna be the camera and a speaker. I won't even be able to see the chat, but TTS will work with the fucking speaker and shit. It would be fucking crazy. We'll talk about it more once we get closer. But please drop a subscribe and help us get that, reach that goal.
Yes.
But either way,
thank you guys so much for listening.
I forgot to press record, dude.
I know.
You didn't tell me nothing.
Well, I didn't know if you were gonna record it.
I should have. Well, whatever. I could
clip it.
I can download it off YouTube or whatever. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Okay. Bye. So now we're gonna open up the chat and see what the hell everyone is saying. What the hell's up, guys? I'm so sorry for missing the show yesterday. I mean, last week. Yesterday. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Tiffany.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Fuck, wait, hold on. Let's make that full screen. Boom. Boom. All right, sweet. I'm going to go grab a LaCroix from downstairs.
Okay.
I'll be back. Should we take a shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat going crazy. Shout out to everybody watching. I feel like this is like our most... our biggest chat yet on TikTok. Merry Christmas, Yuri and Riley on Hood. Shout out to your stream team. Hi, Giselle. Merry Christmas. Does Riley like Lil B? Of course I love Lil B. I'm from the Bay. Hello. Shout out Riley. Shout out to you, Danny. What's up, girl? Riley, talk about That's So Raven. Been watching it with my girlfriend and we finally enjoy it. And we really enjoy it. So on Christmas Eve, Yuri and I were like going back and forth with watching different shows from when we were kids, their Christmas specials. So Yuri showed me Flapjack and I forgot what other one. What other show did you show me?
I forgot.
Flapjack and I don't remember. But I showed Yuri That's a Raven and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and something else.
What else? Oh, iCarly. We watched iCarly
Yeah.
too.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the iCarly one was so good. Where she wishes Spencer was normal and then everything changes. Okay, wait. I think Allison called me. I'm gonna call her back. Hey! Say hi.
Hi. Well, say hi here too.
Hi, stream. Wait, am I on your stream?
No, we're not on stream.
Oh.
Hey, yo. Hey,
What?
so these niggas keep making like fucking fake split mode accounts in the chat.
They keep making fake spliff mode accounts.
Hey, look, I'm gonna type a number 1 right now.
Okay.
Can you just mod that one?
Mhm.
Just did it.
Are you trying to finesse me right now?
No.
I'm
The
just
first-
fucking
the first
with
one I
you.
said number 1. The first one I put number 1.
I'm just fucking. Oh fuck. Wait, how do I?
This niggas is fucking.
Got you.
Alright, for sure.
Alright. Wait, do you guys want to take a shot?
Hey, these niggas is trying to fuck us.
Why? What are? Wait, is it?
No, there's some fake one was talking crazy about y'all. They niggas was thinking it was us.
No.
Yeah, dead ass.
Oh my god. Hella thirsty. Wow.
Yeah, that's just kind of weird, but.
Somebody made a fake split mode account and was like talking hella shit, commenting, like trying to act like it was them.
Oh, that's funny.
They made 4.
They made 4 accounts.
Yeah.
What the People are fucking crazy.
That's
That's some
funny.
Yuri shit. Wait, do you guys want to take a shot?
Take a shot? Yes.
Yay!
What up? Wait, did Riley mod you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did she mod the right one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the right one's modded, right?
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna ban you now. Oh, that's funny. What are you guys up to?
Shit, we're fucking chilling.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Wow, you didn't pour me a shot?
Oh, wait, hold on, I'm gonna get tequila real quick.
Did Horizon get hella
Tequila.
dinosaurs?
Oh, she has a million dinosaurs. Look at this one. I gotta show you this dinosaur.
Oh,
it's so
that's
cute.
sick.
That's so cute.
It's a little Santa Claus too.
And look, this is what Kenny got for Christmas.
Aww. That's hella cute.
What? That's fire. That's sick as fuck.
perfect. Oh my god, that's
Why are you
perfect.
naked when you're on the phone with Yuri?
You know, they like that shit.
Wait, you're naked?
He is, look.
What the fuck? Hey, you lied. That's not 8 inches.
Hey, yo.
What the fuck, bro?
Hey, yo.
What are you drinking? Casamigos?
I'm drinking tequila.
Wait, so are you live on OnlyFans, you mean? What are you live on?
I'm live on anything. I'm watching y'all niggas.
Oh, okay. Alright, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Woo!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Toke just drank straight out the bottle. Holy fuck.
So did she. Oh, I know she did Corona.
Oh.
Hey, Riley.
Holy
Do
bit.
a haircutting stream where you cut my hair.
I'm down.
Oh
Let's do it.
shit.
I can dye it too.
She's gonna make your scalp bleed.
No, I'm not. Okay, let's do it.
No, last time Shomas made my scalp bleed.
Tipsy.
I'm not joking either.
Not.
Well, we about to roll up and watch our niggas after show. So.
All right, thank you.
Bye, guys. Love
Peace,
you.
dude. Shout out to the Spliff Mode TV. They are now mods in the
them.
chat. If you guys can, please also subscribe to them. I'm gonna be
They're naked.
reading the donations that we got during the show. Thank you so much for the $2 from Mana Gabe. He says, Yuri, did you really call me a bitch? No, I did not. I'm not sure who told you that. Minnesotan Christian Warrior, thank you so much for the $5. He says, praise God, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Praise God, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. Damn, was the chat up the whole episode? Holy shit.
Was it?
I
don't
guess
think
so.
I don't think it was.
Yep, it was. Right? It was. Because, like, boom. I thought it wasn't, but I guess it is now. God damn it, whatever. Sometimes I do like the fact that the chat gets saved. Thank you so much, Minnesota Christian Warrior. And also, thank you so much, DT James, for the £5. He says, hey, you're a big fan from England. How do you stay harmonious with all the negativity in the world? Thank you so much, DT James, for the $4.49. And, honestly, you know what's crazy is Riley and I, to talk about this, Riley and I yesterday were having this conversation about like death and life, and like we were getting on this like crazy
As usual.
deep conversation during our when we did the last stream or whatever. It wasn't 10 talks, it was just like we were just chilling and shit, and I ended up being on stream for 10 hours thanks to you guys until 5 in the morning. But during that show or that stream, we were talking about like life and death, and I was basically talking about how I made this comparison where I was like, because I feel like I think about death a lot, right? And I was making this comparison where I was comparing death to like even like yesterday or 2 weeks ago. Remember I told you I was like, what'd you eat on November 10th? And you're like, I don't remember. And I'm just like, that's kind of how like death is like. That's already dead. You know what I mean? Like you're never gonna get that time back. You can't remember it. You can't bring it back. And it feels like you're still here and all these items and people are still here from that moment, but it's that time is dead already. You know what I mean? Like, so we experience death all the time. Time is constantly dying behind us or whatever, right? And we were basically talking about that. And then today we were watching that crazy philosophical video with Ryan Holiday was narrating, and he was talking about a philosopher who I forgot his name, but he basically brought up like that he had the same kind of concept of thinking, which is basically that death is just like time passing by, and we're experiencing death right now. Like you guys watched the whole 10 talks, which was an hour and a half. You already experienced an hour and a half of death already. You know what I mean? Like it's already gone. You're never gonna get that time back. And then in that video, he was also talking about I forgot what the like he was like the whole purpose of the video was like this one like type of way of thinking, like this one philosophy, but I forgot the name. Stoicism, I think, is what it was. And he was basically he was saying one of the things they should learn as a stoic or whatever is like how not to let shit affect you. And he was basically, one of the things he said is if someone like if Riley goes out of her way to try to like piss me off, you know what I mean? Like if Riley like purposely is like, oh, I want to make Yuri angry, and then she says something to make me angry, and then I become angry, I'm complicit. Like I'm participating in Riley's like plan to fucking make me upset just by agreeing to it, just by kind of being affected by your negative energy. I'm like letting you win, you know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like allowing your plan to succeed, you know what I mean? Like instead of looking at your attempt of like pissing me off and just being like, okay, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, or just like finding my own way of like shrugging it off, if I like participate in it and go like, what the hell, I am a good skateboarder, what are you talking about, how dare you say I'm a bad skateboarder, like blah blah, like that is me actively participating in your plan and helping you out succeed in your plan, you know, of pissing me off, you know what I mean? And like, just to answer the dude's question about like how do you stay harmonious with all this negativity in the world, I feel like it's like you gotta like learn to not let other people's opinions affect you. And I feel like I learned this a long time ago just through like skating in the street all the time, where it's like me and all my homies, we were constantly fucking just dirty. Our pants and shorts were just like tattered from skateboarding. Like we just look like bums, bro. Like I literally have I talked about a story before where I was like sitting in front of a 7-Eleven and a fucking random lady handed me $10 because she thought I was a homeless child. I told you this before. You had the
I
same reaction
know.
too, but I wasn't starving, bro. I didn't feel like I was gonna die from starvation or like I'm like on some fucking
You're
crazy.
just dirty from skating.
I was literally just dirty from skateboarding and didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and I always had this thing where like I noticed that like people looked at me and my homies as just like some fucking like homeless bums. You know what I mean? Like, and for a little bit, like it kind of turns into this like this negative energy where you're like, fuck you too. Then you know what I mean? Like, fuck having nice things. Like, fuck being successful. Blah blah. It turns kind of into that, and then and then you start like growing up and you start thinking like why do I even care? You know what I mean? Like, why do I care what you think about me, dude? Like, it's like you can come up to me and be like, you're an unsuccessful bum who lives with your parents, and then you can turn around, get hit by a bus and die right in front of me, and then what the fuck does your opinion matter anymore, bro? It's like, why the fuck do I care about your opinion, dude? Like, it's like, you know, that it doesn't even have to be that extreme of like they can just fucking die, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, it's like, why do I care about this random person's opinion? You know what I mean? It's just like, who is the perfect human being who can look at you and be like, you're not living correctly? No one's really in that position. You know what I mean? Like, and we were talking about this on the stream the other day where I was talking about the Salem witch trials when they were burning these like quote unquote witches alive, these like normal fucking people, when they were burning these people alive thinking that they were witches, everyone like felt good about themselves. Everyone was like, we just killed a demon, bro. We just killed a fucking monster. We just killed a witch who's like eating children. Like, everyone felt like good about themselves. And then now we look back at it and we're like, that's so evil and fucked up that they're killing fucking random people for no reason. But you felt good about it. You know what I mean? Like, because everyone around you kind of makes you feel like that. And that's the shit you got to be like, you careful with, is like, you can't care about the fucking opinions of others too much. But then you also can't care too little, because what are you gonna do? Like, stop showering and like stop looking presentable? You know what I mean?
You gotta follow some kind of standard to uphold for yourself. But I also love the quote, "This too shall pass," which applies to literally like everything in life. Like, when you're pissed off and like something's affecting you, like, just tell yourself like, it's not gonna fucking matter in a couple hours, couple days.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, however long, but like, it's cheesy, but it's true. Like, this too shall pass. Like, time goes on and you forget about shit. Like,
honestly,
literally,
like,
when you was like, what did you eat last for breakfast on November whatever? I'm like, I don't know. And it's like, dude, this too shall pass.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Remember I told you, like,
get your heart broken, it fucking feels like the end of the fucking world and like you're gonna die and nothing matters, but 2 months go on and you're like, good, you're having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you have to just fucking tell yourself that to make yourself feel good, and I feel like that helps in every aspect in life. Like, because it's literally a roller coaster. You're gonna have highs and you're gonna have lows. Like, this past year, like, I could say like it was a lot of the like I had a lot of low points this past year, but I also had a fucking lot of highs. You know? Like, I think that happens every single year. Like, you can't just take it as a shitty year or a great year, you know, like it has its highs and lows, but you just can't focus on the shitty shit. Like, you just have to let time go on, and
remember I told you
shit
like
changes fast.
Remember I told you that one Russian, like, I don't know what the word for it is, like metaphor or proverb, but basically it's like, remember I told you the svadьба доживет, like, which basically means like my mom used to tell me this as a kid, like whenever I would like eat shit and like fall or like feel, or like I remember the one time my mom told me this is basically I was at my parents took me to their friend's house and they had this like stair set that went from the top stairs, you know, like from the bottom floor to the top floor, and I was like walking down the stairs and there's all these people eating dinner and I fucking slipped down the stairs and I went and I fucking like ate shit down the stairs in front of everyone, right? And I was like a little ass kid and I was so embarrassed, like, and I just started crying like, oh, what the fuck, blah blah.
You get so
and then my mom like came up to me and my mom was just like, the svadьба доживет, which in Russian means like you'll be good by your wedding, you know what I mean? Like, and it's true. It's like it sounds so simple when you're a kid. You like hear that, you're like, shut the fuck up, like, that's a long ass time from
so
now, blah blah. But then like then you think about it, it's like, yeah, it's like she's saying like
forever.
by your wedding day, you won't even care. You know what I mean? Which is a funny
Exactly.
comparison for Russians because they care so much about weddings and all that stuff. Which, you know, it's like that's not too relevant. But the purpose of that saying is like by this time in the future, which is years from now. You know what I mean? Like a wedding. Every time you think of wedding, you think, you know, in the future sometime, blah blah. Like so, like when you say like, oh, by your wedding it'll be good, like it just that's like a way of saying like by the future it'll be good. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna last forever type shit.
Yeah, I feel that. No, it's for real. I always said that. My teacher in high school, my sophomore year, my theater teacher, he said that quote. That was his favorite quote ever.
What?
This too shall pass. And like he would like talk about that shit, and I was
Really?
like, it really never like made sense to me until like, you know, you actually really go through shit, and like it does take time to heal it.
Yeah.
Anything like a death, losing like just like a loss of a friend, like you're not fucking with anymore, like it feels like the end of the world. It feels like a death. Like
Yeah.
you have to go through that grief state, and it probably feels like your lowest point, but time heals all wounds, and it's cheesy, but it's fucking true. It's true.
It's true. But also
Life goes on.
when we were listening to that Ryan Holiday fucking narrating the fucking philosophical video thing on YouTube earlier, he also said one thing where he was like it wasn't in his words, it was in the philosopher's words, and he was talking about how like the more you think about your death, the more you like start to appreciate like I need to take advantage of this time. And then he started talking about the importance of waking up early, and like which is something I am terrible at. You know what I mean? I love staying in fucking bed. But he was like talking about the importance of waking up early and just taking advantage of every single day, which is like such an easy, simple concept where you're just like, duh, you know what I mean? Like, don't waste your time. You gotta do this and that, blah blah. But then he was like, the way he talks about it, where it's just like, another shot. He basically says like, it's like, good fortune is like fickle, where it's like you're only gonna be healthy and like happy for so long. You can't expect to be healthy and happy forever. At some point you're gonna feel sick, you're gonna go to the doctor's gonna be like, you got cancer, you got this much time to live, fuck, all right, you know what I mean? Like I guess I'm, you know, this is it, you know what I mean? This is where my fortune turns, you know what I mean? Like, and you got to take that how, you know, however you take it as well. But it's just like, it doesn't even have to be cancer, but at some point your fortune's going to turn. You can't be fortunate forever. And then also,
I know, dude.
But then also I was watching this video a while ago where they were talking about like death and living forever, and they were just talking like how like, would you really want to live forever?
No.
You fucking don't, bro. Like that sounds like insanity.
That's why they say it's hell on earth.
But then
like,
also like
to live forever.
a lot of Christians like will say, oh, once you die you go to heaven, right? And then you think about it, it's like once you go to heaven you're gonna be like thinking like, oh, now I'm unaffected by the human reality of hunger, depression, starvation, you know, like starvation, hunger is the same thing, but like basically like you're not affected by any of the fucking trials and tribulations of being a human, and now you can live in peace for eternity. Imagine living like in this other world where like having a skill doesn't matter, having intelligence doesn't matter, having money doesn't matter, nothing that you think that matters, and then you also live for eternity. That sounds like insanity, bro. You're gonna wanna fucking put a bullet in your brain 10 years into that.
Dude, okay, now that we're saying this, it's like, I need to say this right now. But yesterday, when we were doing our psychedelic medicinal vegetables.
Okay, no, they're not vegetables, they're fungus.
Oh, yeah, fungi. And I went downstairs by myself for a brief second. This concept entered my head. I was like, I looked into like this painting in our kitchen, and as I was filling up my water, and I was like in this deep thought, thinking about my grandma and just like how it feels like I've had her for a long time because I'm 24, but like I really haven't had her for a long time, you know? Like, yeah. It's just like I feel
you're a small part of her life.
Exactly. And like that shit was like tripping me out, and like I just like I could see her face in the painting, and it was just like I overfilled the water and it started spilling out.
Oh
Like
my
that
God.
type of like deep thought. And I was just, that was my trip yesterday. I kept thinking about the concept of my years right now. Like I'm
Yeah.
24. I'm almost 25. I only have 5 more years and then I'm in my 30s. And like after that, 30 years from that, I'm 60. Like that's crazy. Just thinking about how
But
like
also-
how much time felt flashes. Like I just feel like I was a little kid.
But how
not-
much have you experienced in 24 years already? Imagine
I know.
experiencing all that all over again.
I know, but it's just like it trips me out because I can like think of myself when I was 10 years old. Like I could think of myself in my room in like a certain memory when I'm 10, looking at myself in a mirror as I'm 10 years old, and now I look at myself in the mirror and I'm 24 and I'm just like aged, and it's trippy, right? It's crazy because it flashes by, and like the fact that you can like take yourself back to those memories and like see yourself as like that young.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're looking at yourself in the mirror now and you're like, whoa, like I have like some wrinkles and I don't have these chunky cheeks anymore. Like it's
These chunky cheeks.
it's so weird. It's so weird.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry to pause you, but Teddy the Don donated $50 right now. He said 10 talks turning into philosophical talks. Thank you so
Hey,
much,
shout
Teddy
out
the Don,
Teddy.
for the $50 donation, bro. Holy shit, man. Thank you, dude. And honestly, it's like, I know it sounds funny to be like, oh, you guys are getting deep. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are getting hella philosophical.
I know, it's
and
like so cheesy
but
and
it's
weird.
like I feel like in the American culture, it's fucking taboo to talk about not just fucking mindlessly working. You know what I mean? Like that's what the fuck, like, kind of like the government, not just the government, but like the work system, the way the whole country makes money, the whole way it's set up is based off people working 9-to-5 jobs. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like they want you to kind of like mindlessly not think about nothing and just go to work all day every day. You know what I mean? Like, and like I feel like, I don't know, like probably especially because we had that experience the last night or whatever, but it's like it really makes you think like, what the fuck do I want to do with my life?
Well, this is why
dude?
I love doing psychedelics because it really does, like, they always say like it makes you see things as they are, but it really does. Like it just like totally like gets you thinking, and like it
Dude,
makes like, I don't know, I just like when we like talk on them, like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
we have really good conversations.
As soon as
and
we
it's-
took them, like I was telling Riley, like literally 30 minutes into it, as soon as I started feeling it, like the first thought that entered my head was like, I was like, babe, we need to start doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we don't do nothing. I was like, bro, like we wake up, work, go to sleep, work, wake up, work, do 10 talks, go back to work, and like it just like
we
I started,
have no,
and I was
yeah.
just like thinking like, dude, we don't even have to be, we can't even say like, yesterday we went hiking, you know, the other day we did this, the other day we did that. Like we can literally say like, a couple months ago we did that, a couple months ago we did this, maybe in a couple months we'll do that. You know what I mean?
And it's like the things that I feel like I do don't
bruh.
have any impact on anything. Like I want to, like, I don't know, like I just feel like it's
That's where it starts getting, I feel like
Deep.
when you start thinking, no, like where you start thinking like, oh, I want to change the world,
not change the world,
Like,
but like it's like
you're not
I
gonna have
want
an
to do
impact on the world.
something that has like kind of a purpose, like not just press a button, you know, or like something I actually love and I'm passionate about. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know, like, and I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, people have to settle for certain jobs in order to like make it work for their families, and you just have you're dealing with it, even though it's just something you're not in love with or passionate about.
But also,
So I don't know. That's just something that I hope that I could
Mhm.
figure out one day.
But also, I feel like now that we talk about it a little bit more, I feel like you don't have to like reach some sort of point where you're fucking David Dobrik in order to reach happiness. Like I feel like you can continue to work those jobs and like kind of mentally reach that fucking that you know, that higher type of state where I feel like you can make a heaven of a hell and a hell of a heaven depending on how you think about it. And like I remember even when I worked with like, you know, my dad or any of the fucking tons of other jobs I've had like that I really did not like, it's like I I always have this thing in me, like, naturally, where I always try to learn the lesson. You know what I mean? Like, what is the lesson out of this? Like, what is the thing that I'm learning out of this? You know what I mean? Like, oh, if I don't like this, like, there has to be a lesson behind it. Oh, it's because it could be as simple as, like, oh, I should have listened to my second grade teacher who told me, you want to be a lawyer or want to be this? You know what I mean? Like, you want to be a millionaire or you want to be this? And then, like, now, and then you think about it years later, you're like working that job that you really don't like. You're like, damn, my teacher was a little bit right. You know what I mean? Like, and shit like that. Like, I always try to think, like, what the fuck is the lesson behind this misfortunate or this uncomfortable circumstance I'm experiencing?
There is always a lesson.
And sometimes the lesson's death. Sometimes you're like,
I know.
oh shit, the lesson is like, I've made a mistake. I'm gonna
or you
die.
have to see somebody else's mistake and you see somebody else.
You know what we
And you're
forgot to
just like,
talk about?
fuck.
Yeah, exactly. You know what we forgot to talk about is wait, let's take the shots really quick. Cheers to deep thinking and everyone who's watching the fucking stream right now. Thank you guys so much. Yuri won. Oh no, bro, come on. For his ketamine, gotta try different things. Can't stay doing the same things. Hoping things will. This is why I was having this problem yesterday. I read stuff and I was like, wait, did I read that right?
Cheers.
Cheers to trying different things. I feel bad because I wanted to talk about this during the show.
Why?
Riley and I the other day. Oh wait, before we get into this, let's hold on. Read this donation from Josh. Josh Earns More. Thank you so much for the $5.
Hey.
Josh Earns More. I just watched Look Up on Netflix, and the idea you have is crazy. What's Look Up?
That's the one I wanted to watch. I've been
Oh.
trying to like make Yuri watch this and Christmas Eve. Actually, like as soon as I saw the trailer for it.
Oh no, we should.
But we only
I'm
watched,
down
like,
to
the
watch
first
it.
minute.
I'm down to watch it. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about is yesterday. It was yesterday Christmas?
Yes.
It was right.
Mhm.
Yeah, yesterday was Christmas. So yesterday, Riley and I are in fucking quarantine. We opened up our presents and we are like, what do we do now? You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, fuck, like, we both are tested positive for COVID. So, you know, naturally we can't really do nothing. We can't really go out to a restaurant. We can't do anything because we don't want to infect anyone, obviously, right? And I was telling Riley, like, we live in Los Angeles. It's only an hour drives away to wherever it's snowing usually. And the past couple of days it's been raining a lot. So I was thinking, like, there's probably tons of snow up there. And then so I told Riley, I'm like, yo, are you down to go drive to the snow? So Riley's like, yeah, I'm down. So we drive to Mount Baldy, which is like about an hour away from Los Angeles, and it's the highest point in LA, which is why it fucking snows up there. And then Riley and I start driving over there, and as we're driving the whole drive on the freeway, it's fucking raining like crazy,
dude. I was
dude.
so scared.
And I was like, it just by me driving on the freeway, I was like, bro, I gotta keep it like 60 miles per hour right now just to be 100% safe. And then anyways, it's an hour away. We finally get to the fucking mountain. We start driving up the hill. And it's like raining as Riley and I are driving up this hill. And it's steep, bro. It's like a steep, curvy ass hill. We're driving up. It's still raining. And then as we get to a really, really high point on the mountain, you start looking at the floor and you start realizing, like, oh, yo, the rain is turning to ice because it's so cold outside, right? And I started like kind of, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to get you scared, but guys, it's super foggy. You only have
It's
like
scary.
you have like a 10 15 feet like distance you can see in front of you, and then after that it's like it's super foggy. You need your headlights on. It's like it's way too dark as well. It was already like the sun was setting and it's raining, right? Riley and I are like driving up this curvy ass steep ass hill, and then we get to this fucking elevation point where it's so cold that the rain turns to snow. And then I'm looking at the fucking ground and it's fucking ice, bro. Like, we're driving basically like on snow and ice, and the fucking hill is like this, dude. And not only that, but there's tons of cars behind us and in front of us. Like, there's hella people going up and down the hill. And so I'm kind of getting kind of worried. I'm like, bro, we have a front wheel drive car. Front wheel drives aren't the best for snowy conditions. And I'm just thinking, like, fuck, like, what the fuck are we going to do? We go higher, and higher. And it gets to this point where
I was like, oh my god, we're going really steep. Like, we need to
yeah, it's like super
flip.
steep.
And there was like 2 points where we could have flipped, and I was like, babe, Why? And
We-
he just kept
no,
going up,
no,
and I
babe.
was like, oh my god, he's trying to test it. He's trying to
No,
go.
babe, we could have flipped. There was 2 points in where we could have flipped the bitch and turned around, but it would have also been risky because I'm telling you, like, the way I was looking at it, I was like, I could have done this if it was dry 100%, but it was snowy and icy, and I was like, I could flip a bitch right here, but it would be kind of like a finesse, you know what I mean? So I was thinking like, I'd rather not take that risk. I'd rather just continue up the hill because if we, God forbid, did start sliding backwards, I knew what to do. Like I knew we just gotta crash into the wall behind us or whatever, and like we'll stop right there. But either way, we fucking keep driving up to this hill, and then
My stomach's like, Riley, tell him to turn. Tell him to turn. It's looking bad.
I was also getting this feeling of like, oh shit, this is getting kind of sus, right? But me myself, I've had a couple moments like this, and we've had a couple moments together where you want to be a little adventurous and go experience new things, and then you start getting into your discomfort zone where you're like, I'm not used to this, and it's such a natural reaction to be like, this is too crazy, let me turn around, right? But I've been with my homies before where like I feel like we should have turned around, but my homies are like, nah, chill, we got this, right? And we fucking continue doing whatever we're doing, and we realize like, oh, these are just the conditions we got to deal with, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I was kind of thinking as we were driving up that hill. I was just like, these are just the conditions. Like, there's tons of other cars. It would have been scarier if we were by ourselves, but there's tons of other cars. They got fucking Hyundais and fucking Toyota Camrys like up here. It's like we can fucking do it in a RAV4 as well. And like Riley and I basically reached this point where it was really, really snowy, and we pulled over.
It was starting to snow fresh.
Yeah, we pulled over on the road. We like chilled outside for like 2 minutes, and then we're
And
like,
it was freezing.
and then we're like, let's drive back home.
I was like, no way.
You did not come prepared at all. You wore like centimeter thick tights. You did look good, but you wore centimeter thick tights. I was like, bro, you're not gonna be warm, bro.
No, it was terrible.
But either way, yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
It was fun.
It was a cool experience. We should have vlogged it.
We're
we should
going
go
to
back.
Big Bear, so we're definitely gonna vlog that, and maybe we could go live there too, because I think we have Wi-Fi and shit, and you'll help bring your shit out there.
We should definitely try to do that. Go live out in Big Bear. Ooh, that'll be
In
interesting.
our hot tub stream.
Oh yes, another hot tub stream. I'm excited for that. Best award to Yuri for that one. Thank you, E301 for what, going up the hill. Yuri high as fuck. I'm definitely pretty faded. But either way, how was everyone else's Christmas? Let us know in the chat. How was your guys' Christmas?
As soon as Christmas morning struck at 7 a.m., I was on Instagram looking at everybody's families open up Christmas presents. I was like, I need to watch everybody's family. It's so fun.
I saw that, and you know what that instantly reminded me of? Which is like, we kind of had like a not the best, we had a good Christmas, but like we had to stay in quarantine. We couldn't spend it with our families and shit, right? And I was just thinking, like, to be honest, in my childhood growing up, Christmas and like the holidays, it always was that type of thing where it was just like, oh, I know my fucking homies at school are having a grand old time opening presents, doing this and that, blah blah, and I would always have like this random shit I was dealing with, or this like stupid bullshit I was dealing with, and it was always the thing where like the holidays were like kind of like a negative time for me, you know what I mean? Like, and I was kind of like thinking that the other day, yesterday when it was Christmas, I was like thinking like, I almost wanted to post on Instagram and be like, yo, anyone out there who's like, this is not a good time, you know what I mean? Like, this is like kind of like, oh, like not even, it could be a stressful time because you're like, fuck, I wanted to do this,
lonely time,
like, or a lonely time or anything like that. Like,
traumatizing time.
I want to tell to everyone, like, bro, like I feel like that's normal, you know what I mean? Like,
to me,
I feel like it doesn't have to be like a thing where you're like comparing your life to other people, where you're like, oh man, why aren't I opening up 10 presents, you know what I mean? Like, why don't I have like a crazy
and honestly,
huge beautiful Christmas tree, or like, why isn't my family happy right now, and stuff like that.
That made me feel that this year. Like, I was just like, dude, like, I feel so lucky that my family has always tried to make Christmas special for me, and like, I haven't had like, I've never gotten sick on Christmas, and I've never, like, I've always had a pretty good Christmas with my family's just, I don't know, like, I have a huge family. I have hella brothers and sisters, and like aunts and uncles, and so like it's always just been a special time for my family. Like, that's just our favorite time of year, you know?
Yeah.
And so this year, where I had to like take a pause, and I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna be with my family. Like, it made me feel, it did make me feel like, dude, like, there is people that have a shitty Christmas,
and that's like a little thing to deal with, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Compared to
dude.
like, what the fuck, is really going on in life and shit like that. So I don't know. That's what I wanted to say is like, don't think like, oh, this has to be the best time of my life.
Perfect day.
Yeah, exactly.
A perfect day. It doesn't have to be a perfect day.
Mm-hmm.
It could be chill as fuck where you're just chilling with your boo.
Talk about the
Or
universe always repeating itself.
By yourself, honestly. Do a face mask. Take a bath.
Skinny about to whoop Yuri up.
And
Oh,
chill.
I hope not.
It could be a relaxing day because you get it off.
Yeah, exactly.
So take it for yourself.
You-
If you have to be by yourself.
Yuri's face is so punchable. I think Riley thinks the same thing.
Whoa.
Yuri looks like Robbie from Victorious. I've heard that a million
Dude,
times.
he says this every stream.
I know, bro.
We didn't watch the Victorious Christmas special though.
I watched a couple episodes of Victorious. I never got into it deep enough to know what the hell happened on
The
Christmas.
iCarly one was good though.
It was.
Where she wishes Spencer was normal.
Do you remember that movie? There was
It's based off of oh my god, I was in this play like so many times. Now I can't think of it.
No, but there's an old Disney movie where like this girl, she's like she has a brother and her brother's just like hella extra and she's just like, I just want my family to be normal. And then like she like wakes up one day and her family's just like some square ass family and then she just like, I hate this. So like basically
Yeah.
it's like an old Disney movie.
I know. I forgot what it is.
Yuri is hot. Thank you, so icy boys. But my face is also punchable. I guess that makes me hot.
He is hot.
What are we gonna do for dinner?
Mexican?
Did you take some food out?
I have chicken.
Are we not gonna do anything with it?
I don't know.
We don't have to cook. It's already 9. Yuri look like Quavo
Yuri
from
and
the
I
Migos.
got a free Christmas breakfast yesterday.
I know.
We finessed the system.
No, we ordered
I'm
from
just kidding.
Denny's and they gave us the completely wrong thing. And
Really,
Riley
like they gave us so much food.
and Riley and I were just looking at the completely wrong order we got. And then what's even worse is I'm not sure if I got sick from the KFC, right? Or if it was the COVID, but
You were traumatized.
Immediately after eating the KFC the next night, I was violently throwing up. Like it was the worst throw ups I've ever had. And it did traumatize me where I ordered fucking pancakes and bacon and I got waffles and chicken and waffles. And I was looking at the chicken and waffles and I ate the waffles and I saw you eating the chicken, right? Because she got the same thing, or like she accidentally got the same thing. We got 2 of them, and I was gonna eat the chicken. I was just like, I couldn't, dude. It was too traumatizing. I was just like, no, I don't want to risk it. Like it was too bad of a sickness, and then we like said like, yo, you guys gave us the wrong thing, so they refunded our whole order. But we got a whole fucking bunch of boxes of the wrong shit.
It refunded our whole order, but yeah. But it brought what I ordered.
The chicken and waffles. I know.
I was like, fuck yeah! I was so excited.
Stay away from the chicken.
And it was so delicious. It was so good.
This is the shit, bro. Like it's like.
But right before, I was like, damn, Yuri, I wish I ordered a hot coffee.
I know. Like,
And then when I got it, the guy was like, oh, wait, you have a coffee. And I was like, I do?
you're like, fuck yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe it came with my order. Like, it comes with the coffee.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And then I was like, wait, why do we have so many boxes?
Yeah,
and
this is not our shit.
And I was like, why is there a Thai tea in here? And I was like, fuck it, Yuri's gonna be happy there's a Thai tea. And then I looked at the order and I was like, they gave us all the wrong shit.
As soon as we thought we ordered Chinese food, right? No, breakfast.
Breakfast.
As soon as we ordered breakfast and I got a Thai iced tea, I was like, this food ain't gonna be good.
It was good though. It was good.
Was
It
that
was
Denny's?
good. That's not
Denny's has
fair.
Thai iced tea?
That's not fair because you know what? Sam's Burgers is run by an Asian,
There's a lot of things
manager.
wrong with Sam's Burgers.
but it's
the only thing that's bomb is what you get, which is the French toast.
dude. That
Everything
shit was,
else. One time, I got the club sandwich from Sam's Barbecue, which guys, I don't want to disparage Sam's Barbecue. It's fucking delicious, right? But I got the club sandwich from Sam's Barbecue one time. I bite into it, and the bacon was so I'm not even kidding,
Meaty?
bro. It was so salty
Oh.
that it
You did say
it
that.
instantly threw off the whole flavor of the sandwich. And then I was just like, I took one bite. I was like, yo, that's kind of crazy, right? And I took another bite. And then as I take more and more bites, I'm realizing, I'm like, oh, yo, I'm suffering through this sandwich. And then I realized, like, I'm taking the bacon out, bro. Oh my god, thank you so much, man.
Oh my god, man, again.
For the $20 says shots addressed to the Spliff Mode account. I searched up the fake Spliff Mode account and it took me to Sloppy Poppy YouTube gamer account.
Oh wow.
Wow, Sloppy Poppy.
You were fucking
damn, bro. Oh, we got Cairo in the chat.
Investigator.
Shout out to Cairo, bro. Thank you so much, Cairo, for
Cairo.
pulling up. Merry Christmas, man.
But anyways, this place, dude. One day,
What, Sam's?
yes. Yuri and I usually skip breakfast, and we end up fucking having to buy breakfast at work. And I was like, oh, or Yuri was out and about, and he's like, oh, should we go to Sam's for breakfast? And I was like, oh, do they do like a French toast meal or
That's
whatever?
the clutch part about it, is they've done this multiple times to me where I've gone in there getting breakfast for Riley and I, and Riley's like, I want a French toast, right? And I they've done this a couple times where you look at the picture on the menu, and the picture just shows a regular, bland, regular French toast with, you know, whatever extras,
Eggs
right?
and bacon or
And I'm just
whatever.
thinking like, all right, right, that's what Riley wants. Let me get the French toast. Every time they give it to you, it's covered in strawberries, blueberries, fruity pebbles,
No,
sugar.
dude, it's literally,
Bruh.
it's dipped in Fruity Pebbles, has hella berries and whipped cream on top, and I like, he brought it to me, and I looked, and I was like, dude, why'd you fucking do all this extra shit for me? Like, you're crazy. And he's like, no, I just ordered it. Like,
I just
it was
ordered.
like
I literally
this.
just ordered a French toast.
And I was like, oh my god, that shit was so
That's
good.
the second time he did that. He did that months ago when I ordered a French toast for you as well, and he just like happens to include a bunch of bonuses that, like, if you order that on
was so
another
good.
place, it would be like hella extra. But he just
Reverse
adds it.
catfish, exactly, dude.
For
It
real,
was
dude.
like, I was like, this is the most beautiful French toast. It was so colorful.
This is the most beautiful.
I was like, I need to take a picture of this shit.
Honestly, I'm
Eggs and sausage, dude. I'm a breakfast sausage girl.
I'm really down for what a troll. I'm really down for some tacos.
Yeah, right? Mexican sounds good, right?
Order food. Wait, hold on. Blasey texted me. Oh, he just
But
replied
dude,
with a.
it was so delicious. Worth it. Worth every penny to me. But Yuri didn't like it, I guess. But he used to tell me all about this place and how much he loved it.
One sec. I'm texting Blasey about
Our shirts?
yes, the shirts.
We've been making our Shopify account, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna update everyone with that right now as well.
Riley makes some spaghetti tacos. I have tried spaghetti tacos before.
Oh, really?
As a lol.
You made them?
My friend did. And it was
Um,
delicious.
Okay, so I want to give an update to everyone about the 10 Talks t-shirts. So the last episode that we did with Blasey, huge thank you and shout out to Blasey for coming through again. Dude, that episode almost has like 50,000 views already, bro. Thank you so much, FTC Clips with the $5. Says happy holidays, bro. I thank you so much, man. I
we
really
have to
fucking
take a
appreciate
shot
that.
for Gabe.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a shot for Gabe as well right now. But I'm really drunk already. I cannot lie, so I'm really looking forward to these tacos. Thank you so much, bro. FTC Clips.
FTC Clips _94 dropped a bag $4.99 through Super Chat. Happy holidays, Blackheart.
Thank you so much, FTC Clips. Yeah, man and Gabe will be taking that shot right now in 1 second once after Riley orders. But what I wanted to finish talking about is the update on the shirt. So basically, we have the design finished. Huge thank you and shout out to Blasey for doing that. By the way, the design for us on stream or whatever. We did the episode of 10 Talks, and then we did the design stream right afterwards. And what I was gonna say is, basically, we have the design. Riley and I have been working on the Shopify page. It's very simple. All we have is one item, this one shirt. And I have a couple questions that I have for Blasey, which is basically, I know he answered a couple of these questions last time, but I just want to double check before we make the page public because I don't want to disappoint anyone who actually orders the shirt. Basically, I was going to ask, like, what sizes can we do? Can we do, like, any size? Can this graphic fit on any size shirt? And can we just print, like, one? If like, one or two people order a double or triple XL, are we able to fulfill those orders, basically, is my questions. And a couple other questions as well. But either way, once we have those questions all finished and set, that's basically done, dude. We have the whole page made. We have all the graphics on the page made. It's very, very, very simple page. Nothing crazy.
Bushy Dubs dropped a bag $5 through Super Chat. Shot o'clock. Merry Christmas, gang.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much for the $5,
Damn.
Bushy Dubs. We will take a shot right now in 1 second. But just to finish updating you guys on the shirt. This shirt, we're not going to continue doing this type of like method or this style of a like a merch release from now on, because I know that this is the type of method that people don't like the most, because you have to wait a little bit longer. But for this drop, which is going to be our very first drop, it makes it a lot easier for us, and a lot it kind of like opens up our abilities of fulfilling different sizes. Because if we were to order a bunch of shirts just to sell like later on, like once we have them on hand, which would make it, you guys would get them quicker, right? But we would only be able to get, I'm not sure how many sizes, but the way we're going to have it set up right now is pre-order. So if you guys, once we make this website public, which is going to be this week sometime, you guys will be able to place an order for any size, like from like, I don't know, extra small to double XL basically. And then once your order is placed, it's going to be print to order. So once your order is placed, your order is going to be printed, and then you will be and then the order will be shipped out. So you will get, from the time of placing the order, it's probably going to be like, I think Blasey said 5 to 6 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks until you get your actual shirt. So it's a little bit longer of a wait time, not much longer, like a week or two, but you will get your merch within basically like a month and a half of placing your order. But in this way, we'll be able to fulfill every order, and also no matter what size order, which I really I think is better. And
I think so
either
too.
way, so that's
so everybody's included.
Exactly. That's basically going to be it, because and also Edmundo Mata says how much.
They're going to be $40.
I'm not sure. That's the other question I want to ask Blasey. I don't know how much it costs to produce these shirts. That's the other question, is like Blasey and I, we worked on the design.
Said 40 at first. I said 35.
We worked on the design at first or whatever, right? And then I asked Blasey a couple questions about the production process, but I never asked them like, how much are Riley and I gonna have to pay to produce these shirts, and then we also have to ship them out. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sure how much shipping is gonna be, like probably like $5 max. So like I don't know how much it's gonna cost to make each shirt. What if we only have 10 or 15 people making shirt, placing an order for a shirt? We have to pay more per shirt. You know what I mean? Like the more shirts people order, the less we're able to pay per shirt type situation. Yeah. So that's what I want to ask Blasey about. So I don't know how much the price will be, but I feel like $40 is a fair price for a t-shirt, right? 35 or 40, somewhere around there. Can I get a promo code?
It's our first merch, so
thank you so much, Lupe the Boss, for the $5. Happy holidays, Yuri, and Harmonious gang. And also
Lupe D. A Boss dropped a bag $4.99 through Super Chat. Happy holidays, Yuri. In Harmonious gang.
That's the other thing that I was thinking is I definitely want to, because I've been a fan of many different YouTube channels and many different Instagram accounts and all that stuff, and the one thing that always goes on in my mind is I can't always buy the things that they're selling to me. You know what I mean? Like, which I would like, sometimes I would want to. So I definitely want to do some giveaways. Like I don't know, either we'll think of some sort of ways, like to find people in the chat so we can give away a t-shirt to like one person here, one person there, one person there.
We'll have to have like some extras on hand.
Yeah, exactly. That type of shit.
So we can give them away.
But I wanted to make a poll really quick just to ask people in the chat, would you buy a Tent Talks t-shirt? Just to, like, I don't know, maybe we can get like a rough estimate of like
how many people
would actually be interested in purchasing a Tent Talks t-shirt. But
the more people who buy it, the cheaper it'd be, right?
Hopefully, exactly. Yeah. That's the whole goal. And then also we're also going to be doing a couple giveaways for the t-shirts as well, so for anyone that isn't able to like monetarily support or purchase it or whatever. But I'm going to make a poll right now. Would you buy a Tent Talks t-shirt? Yes or no? Ask your community. So I'm making a poll right now. Either way, we're just waiting for the food. You ordered?
Yep.
Hey, do we have anything else you really wanted to talk about? Nothing? Not a single thing?
Not really, no.
How sick were you?
On Sunday.
You were not fine.
I was fine.
You
but,
were throwing
on
up.
Sunday after my hangover sick.
Yeah, like I'm asking. Like I'm talking about the reason why we missed 10 talks.
Hangover sick was terrible, dude. Like, for a second, I was like, this might be till like the next day type of sickness.
I was gonna say is I know Riley was saying like, yo, I'm down to do the show, but I know how sick you were, and I was like, dude, I could not sit down and just have a conversation in a good mood, like being that nauseous and throw uppy, you know?
Dude, it was terrible. It was so bad.
Shouts to I'm Not Human for being day one, bro. Thank you so much, man.
I was fine after like 2 p.m. Like, I was like, at like.
Here's the thing with Riley.
During the time I was sick that morning, I was like, this is the worst hangover I've ever had.
Really?
Which is like usually every time I have a hangover, I'm like, this is the worst hangover I've ever had. Is this going to last forever? David at the dentist type shit. Is this going to last forever? And I felt like it was going to last all day. But then after 2 p.m., I had one certain throw up where I was like, I know this is my last throw up. And it was my last throw up, and I had soup after, and then you brought me pho, and I ate that, and I was like, I'm chilling.
Here's the frustrating part about when Riley gets sick is like when I get sick, right? Okay, so I drink a bunch of shots. I have maybe 3 hours maximum to vomit the contents of my stomach. The contents of my stomach, right? Which is only a couple throw ups, like 3 throw up max. Like I already emptied my stomach basically. I have couple hours to do that. After those couple hours pass, you can like drink a bunch of water and then throw up that water, or eat some food then throw up that food, and then maybe it'll like absorb some of the rest of the alcohol. But like you only really gotta throw up like 10 times.
No, you don't.
Riley does this thing where she gets sick and she just like her stomach is empty, bro.
No, I have a sensitive stomach.
She's already thrown up for like 30 minutes. She's emptied her whole stomach and she's still gonna stay over the toilet going
You gotta filter it out.
and I'm just like, bro, like you have no more. Stop. Like,
Dude,
just
you've
stop
never
it.
heard of a hangover where you have to throw up all day? That's a type of hangover.
No,
And I have a sensitive ass stomach, dude.
I only have that thing where you get sick, you gotta throw up the contents of your stomach, which is only a couple throw ups, and then after that you're like, I gotta eat some food.
You have to get all the poison out. So you have to drink water, throw up, drink water, throw up, drink water.
Oh my god.
It's not
Someone
you.
said, yo, I'm eating, fam.
It's not her, you asshole. It's her body.
It is her.
Exactly.
It's her mentality. It's her like thought process of like, I need to keep throwing up no matter what.
No.
What'd you order?
Mexican.
3 tacos?
No, you got 2 tacos and rice.
2?
I think they're big tacos.
I'm gonna starve, dude. Thanks a lot.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Hopefully they hook you up.
You look at me. You know what I really feel bad about? Riley got a call from her dad the other day saying Merry Christmas, and her dad's like, within a minute of the conversation, he's like, daughter, what's going on? You look skinny as hell. Like your face is all shrunken in. What's going on? And I'm sitting right there, and I'm just like, I feel guilty. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like looking at Riley. I'm like, oh my god, like her face does look kind of thin. Like, what's going on? And I started feeling guilty and bad. Like, I'm not feeding you enough or something like that. But the thing is, if your dad watches, you know, does watch sometimes. Every day, every morning, I always tell Riley, let's get some breakfast. Let me get you this. Let me get you that. She's like, I had a shake already. I'm like, a shake is not a breakfast. Yeah. She's like, no, it is. I'm like, no. A shake is not a breakfast. It's a hydration device.
No, it's not.
You gotta eat some physical, thick food. And every time Riley's like, I had a shake. I'm good. Even sometimes during lunch, Riley, instead of eating food, Riley's like, I had a protein shake. I had this shake. No, vitamins. That's not food, dude. Thank you so much, Chelsea Rodriguez, for the $5. Riley, you like Italians? DM me back, shorty. I know you can't handle that, John. Do you like Italians?
No.
Liar! Why that take so long for you to reply?
I actually don't.
What the fuck? Thank you so much for the $5. I love that he's donating to try to flirt with my girlfriend, which I do
Chelsea
appreciate.
Rodriguez dropped a bag $4.99
Or
through
maybe it's a
Super Chat.
girl.
Riley, you like Italians? DM me Box Shorty. I know you
Why
really
do you
can't
point at
handle
me
that,
like
John,
that?
cuh.
This is for a mannequin.
Oh my god, half skis. Ooh, I'm scared, babe. Now I'm gonna get too sick, bruh. How long until our food gets here?
Soonish.
Okay, guys.
Last one.
Oh wait, I'm gonna go downstairs to grab more chaser.
Okay.
BRB.
Shadow clock. Facts, facts, facts. Damn. Thanks, Giselle. Ooh, Maddie, you're about to take a shot. Cheers. Play Mac Dre and I'll forgive you. Oh my god. Mac Dre slaps. I don't regret that. Another one? I told Pot Lord to play Mac Dre when I was fucked up. And now everybody says that. I told Pot Lord to play Mac Dre. That's so funny. That's the most me thing ever. That's literally the most me thing ever. To play. Tell the DJ to play Mac Dre.
I got this notification that someone dropped a comment on one of our streams where they said,
Oh,
Riley's not even from the Bay. She doesn't even know
Oh,
about
yeah.
the Fizz era. She's trying to say, play some Mac Dre? Haha.
Bay people smoke weed only? Question mark, question mark, question. I'm like, oh lord.
And I was just like, bro, what a fucking Bay Area elitist, bro. This is the shit that I troll about and I talk about with my homies and, I mean, my coworkers and shit, / homies, is like, I only noticed this from the Bay Area, bro. There's this fucking, like, Bay Area elitism where they're just like, we invented this. We invented that. We got this first. We did that first. Blah, 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 blah. Bay Area is better. Bay Area does it better. You know, and like, it turns into this, like, Bay Area elitism where you're just like, you just want to make fun of it. You know what I mean? Like, and I start making fun, like, I start saying, like, yo, I'm from the Bay Area. Where are you from? West Hollywood. West Hollywood's not the Bay Area. No, yeah, it is. It's South Bay. You know, like you just start trolling people, and they get so upset about it sometimes. But I just think it's funny. It's like when people just have this like funny like elitism where they're just like, I'm from this part of the Bay Area, so it's better. I'm better.
Yeah, area.
It stems from insecurity because LA way better.
Cheers.
To Manny, Gabe, and Jazzy. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive and all.
Thank you,
And cool. And
guys.
honestly, I'm excited for the day we get to link up with them in person.
Chelsea Rodriguez dropped a bag $4.99 through Super Chat. Ya worry you not from the Yay area, huh? Neither of y'all TBH. You from Hollywood. We snatch hella dudes females round here. Riley, what's good with you?
I am from the Yay area, actually. I'm from South Yay. You tripping, Chelsea?
Yay, area.
Bro, I'm not sure if you know this, but I've been known to be a representative of the Bay Area. A lot of people will like be like, "What did Yuri say?" You know, even like, "Oh, this fool's stripping about the Bay Area." They'll be like, "Oh, tap in with Yuri." A lot of people are like, "Yo, I want to go to the Bay Area. Tap in with Yuri." You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a common thing where fools want to tap in with me because I'm a good representative of the Bay Area because I'm from South Bay, bro. I'm telling you about this shit. Yuri from Czechoslovakia.
This is my niece singing "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Oh yeah, let's listen to this. I love this shit. She knows the lyrics way better than I do.
She got them vocals. Is this not the fucking cutest thing you've ever heard?
Somebody about to clip that. It's so cute. You can't hear shit.
It's so bad, the audio.
Is the audio on max?
I can't tell where the microphone is. Yeah, it is. She's so cute. Anyways, she's a star, so fuck everybody else.
Dude, every time I see like
She's
my
a
nieces
star,
or
honey.
your nieces, like the way they interact like with their family members and like what's going on in their family, like it's like it brings me back to that time where like your family is just your whole world.
For real.
You know what I mean? Like, and then like you get to this point where it doesn't become your whole world anymore, and like other things become more important to you almost in a way, or take up more time than your family does. But like it's like such a unique time when you're a kid, and like your family is the most important thing.
But
to
isn't
you.
it crazy how you'll always fall back to the little kid, like the kid, like your nieces, like you'll look at them and you'll just be like, oh my god, you are so pure and I love everything about you.
Mhm.
Like literally that made me cry the other day.
I know.
Like it's just, they're the best. They're the best thing ever. And it's because they are your family and they're just like the new life form that's within your family line.
Babe, I have bad
That's
news for
crazy.
you though.
What?
As the official Bay Area representative, Antioch's no longer a part of the Bay.
Oh, shut up.
I'm sorry.
Pull up the fucking
So
TikTok.
you're not.
Pull up the TikTok.
No, I'm making my own TikTok. Antioch's not a part of the Bay.
Why? How?
Because it goes. Like, let me explain this to you. The Bay Area starts from West Hollywood, wraps around to Santa Clarita, Simi Valley, Santa Barbara, skips Antioch, and then San Francisco, Oakland, those other random little small places that aren't as important as West Hollywood. It goes around like that. But Antioch is not a part of the Bay. West Hollywood is like deep-hearted Bay compared to Antioch.
It's not.
So you're actually from LA and I'm from the Bay.
Oh, am I? Hell no.
I'm sorry to tell you.
See, these LA people are so quick to claim the fucking Bay. They just want to claim the Bay so bad.
Oh
They just
wow.
want to claim the Bay so bad.
All
I'm
right,
sorry, babe, but you're just never gonna be Bay Area. Okay.
You're never gonna be a Bay Area. You're LA, bruh.
Look how hard the fucking LA folk want to be
LA folk. What you talking about? You're LA folk.
Bay.
Look how the LA folk is like doesn't even understand their own culture. All right, we're ending the poll right now, bro. Okay, we have 13 minutes in. We have 133 votes and 75% say yes. So I think that's at least 50 people, right? 137 votes, 75% say yes. What's 75% of 137? Does anyone know the math on that? You're a poser.
It's more than 75.
What? It's more than 75?
More than 75 people.
Okay. You think
right?
so?
75%
Is it
of
more
100 is
It's Giselle says it's 102 people.
Okay.
Dang. Okay. You're smart, babe. You're smart. You're loyal. You know who said that? You don't know who said that? You're smart. You're loyal.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Are you serious? Oh my god, hold on. Wait.
I also asked on Instagram, are meal kit subscriptions worth it? And 64% said no.
Look at this. I wrote, you're smart, you're loyal.
DJ Colin.
Baby, you smart. You very smart. Matter of fact, you a genius. See, you let me hustle. You let me do what I need to
See,
do.
some
and
people
show
said
you.
yes, and some people
I'm gonna show you
that
something you
said
ain't
yes,
never
I
seen
trust, and a
before.
lot of the people
Keep
that said no,
riding.
I trust too.
You smart. Come with me, baby. Let's ride. I'm gonna hold you down. Say my name, baby.
DJ Khaled.
Say my name, baby.
DJ Khaled.
You smart. You loyal. You're grateful. I appreciate that. Go buy your mama a house. Go buy your whole family houses. Put this money in your savings account. Go spend some money for no reason. Come back and ask for more. Baby, let the music take control.
Baby, let the music take control.
I have headphones on.
Copyright? Oh fuck!
Okay.
God damn it!
So also another thing that Yuri and I are into when we do our
You can't talk about that.
fungi.
No, you can't. You
medicinal-
can't talk about that.
What?
No.
Why?
The thing you put in me. Wait.
Shut
No, I'm
up.
kidding. Okay, what are you talking about?
We love to listen to Pink Floyd.
Oh yes,
Dude,
that's true.
they're so fire, and Yuri just introduced me to them. I didn't know they were like a psychedelic-y type group, but dude, when you're on your fucking mushrooms, you need to listen to them because everything sounds so good from them.
Honestly, you know what's crazy though is like every time we listen to them, I just fucking think about my homie fucking Donat, bro. Like he put me on to
put you
classic
on?
rock, bro. Like
I love
every
it.
time
I love classic rock.
every time I kick it with him, like every classic rock song that I know, it's like it's cause I was in his car and he was bumping that song. You know what I mean?
Classic
Like
rock just hits so much harder when you're on mushrooms. Like it just hits so hard. Yuri and I were like the other day, or like the other time we were on mushrooms, we were watching different performances.
oh yeah.
Just different like crazy live performances, and Yuri showed me this performance that Metallica did in Russia, and
Oh.
how huge that shit was, and we're like, dude, like just imagine going in a rock band in the 80s or the 70s, like that energy, and he showed me this fucking this performance.
I
It
feel
was
like
the craziest shit I've ever seen.
sometimes like I feel like that some of the things that I think is like hella popular or like hella well known, a lot of people haven't seen. But guys, look up Metallica performs in Moscow
was
in the
amazing.
1990s.
It was amazing.
And like I was giving
could
like
feel
Riley
it.
I was giving Riley a little bit of backstory where I was telling her I was like, yo, this is right after the fucking there's a famous speech where there's this guy called Mr. Gorbachev. He's like a Russian politician or whatever, or like Russian, he works in the government, and President Nixon is like, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And like I think it has to do with fucking Germany or whatever, but basically there's like a whole history of like
After the Cold War,
of the
right?
Cold War, of basically like there's half of the Russian government was super against Western ideology and Western music and Western like way of thinking, and half of the Russian government was like, yo, our people are starving, our people are depressed, they want something new, they want to be a part of the world, you know what I mean? Like there was half the Russian government was trying to keep the Russian people like secluded and like by themselves and on their own shit, and half the Russian government was like, no, we need to work together with the world type shit, right? So finally the Cold War kind of ends a little bit, and they start introducing American ideology to the Russians. They opened up their first McDonald's. It was a huge ass big deal. I think I showed you a video of that where there was like literally like block long lines for McDonald's in Russia or whatever. And then Russia finally allows Pepsi. Pepsi becomes a huge ass thing where literally Russia first does like a little test run where they give Pepsi to the people, right? The people are just like hella hyped on Pepsi. Russia wants to buy more Pepsi from the Pepsi company, but Russia is like poor as fuck at the time. So Russia trades, you know how Pepsi is like a syrup and you just have to add water,
Yeah.
and like it becomes
Carbonated water.
it becomes like a soda or whatever. Russia traded. There's like look it up. It's like online or whatever, guys. There's a Russia basically traded like multiple tanks, attack helicopters, like a bunch of weapons and bombs. Basically, Russia traded a bunch of military equipment for Pepsi syrup from the Pepsi company. And like it sounds like, a lot of people hear that like you just heard that, you didn't really react too much to it, but like
That's a lot.
what why the fuck does the Pepsi company need military
Because they
equipment?
do.
Why does the
Because
Pep
they're such a huge corporation.
the Pepsi
dude.
company is
Do
a
you
fucking
not think they're in on this fucking government?
No, I know,
plan?
I know that's fucking obvious, but like I'm just saying that the Pepsi company
Duh.
is they make soft drinks, right? They traded a bunch of Coca-Cola syrup or Pepsi syrup for like a
The
bunch
reason
of
why it
tanks
doesn't
and military
faze me is because I
equipment.
already know that. Like, it's not surprising that they would sell out to Russia for fucking military equipment.
That's
like,
great. When I heard
to me, like, it's just like, duh.
obviously when I have the kind of the same similar mentality where you know it's obvious, but when I heard that the first time I
That's
heard that
all
information,
we're all about Yankee Doodle, military, police force.
I know, but like
Hello?
you gotta like stop and like appreciate it for a
Stop
second.
and smell the fucking roses. We're not in Kansas.
No, babe.
Kidding.
I'm saying you gotta like you can't just blow it off as in like, yeah, I know shit's corrupt, because I could have said the same thing, but I'm just saying like it's Pepsi syrup for a bunch of tanks and Apache helicopters. The Pepsi Cola company or whatever had to have accepted all these tanks and military equipment and then either sold it or used it. Like, what the like, that's so fucking random, bro.
Duh. Everybody wants to be America. Especially Russia.
That's what it comes down to.
You know,
Everyone wants to be
you
America.
know Russia does The Voice, but they
Yeah, I
do
know.
The Voice Kids.
I know. I told you about that.
And
They copy American
dude, okay.
TV all the time.
So another thing that I've been obsessed with is Queen and Freddie Mercury performances.
Wait, hold on.
And so-
wait, I forgot the point I was going to get to. We were talking about the Metallica performing in Russia. So I was basically telling Riley that when Metallica showed up to Russia to do this, or to Moscow to do this performance, it's right when Russia was like, fuck it. We'll allow American musicians to come in here and American
perform.
ideology to come in here or whatever. And in the footage that I showed
Oh, it's
Riley,
amazing,
you
guys.
can see like the Russian military is trying to stop people.
You have to watch it.
It's trying to they're trying to stop people from entering the concert, and so many people are just like. A lot of these, there's a good percentage of these people who are Metallica fans and have been like underground listening to Metallica, but you can say that literally 50% or more of these people don't know who the fuck Metallica is. They don't know what rock music is, but they're in the fucking crowd just like,
I turned to Yuri and I was like,
they're like going so ham.
I turned
bruh.
to Yuri because Yuri was explaining to me like this is right after the Cold War, like they just are starting to introduce American culture, blah blah blah. And I was like, dude, this is just a bunch of people who want to have fun for
Exactly.
the first time because they're in
Yeah.
such a restricted government system,
Yeah.
and they've never had a rock and roll concert. Like rock and roll was fucking huge.
Exactly. It's
huge.
it's like a
It
hip
was
hop.
like it was rap.
It's like a hip hop artist,
Exactly.
performing there right now.
Exactly. And I turned to Yuri and I was like, these are all people who just want to have fucking fun. And it was so many people. I've never seen
Exactly.
so many people.
And it's so funny
And it
because
was it was a dope performance.
the Russian government,
you
like-
could feel it in your heart.
dude, the Russian government, through their propaganda, were basically saying like, these people are going there to do drugs. These people are going there to do this and do all these evil things and like steal and murder and rape and blah 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 blah. If you look at the footage, it's literally people who are just like been locked up in their fucking bedrooms. You know what I mean? Like fucking plowing the fields and milking the cows all day, every day, in
Forced
and
to
out.
be in the military.
And they're just like forced to be in the military, and they're just like finally they're just like, fuck yeah, some popular shit. They don't even care. They don't even care what the fuck the music
Oh,
is.
dude,
They're just like,
amazing.
yo, some popular shit is going on right now, bro. This is lit. Yuri tries so hard to impress Riley with his knowledge.
No, he. The other day, okay, like I said, I've been in. After I made Yuri watch Bohemian Rhapsody.
It was a good movie.
I've been recommended so much fucking Queen shit on YouTube, and it was like, Queen Live Aid performance. Why so perfect? Like why?
Oh yeah,
was it
I
so
got recommended that
perfect?
too.
And so I've been watching like all this shit about it, and then one night Yuri and I were like, oh, we had like a couple capsules of shrooms. We're like, fuck it, let's do it. And we like got a little high, like we were like fucking tripping and shit, but we were chilling, and I was like. We were just watching a bunch of like live performances and stuff, and we watched the whole Queen performance of Live Aid, and I was like, dude, this was a flawless performance, and like imagine just being in this era and like going to this show. Like this is like the first
Wait,
of concerts.
You
like,
know, what I have to say is Riley did actually like point out something really interesting to me, where we watched the Queen movie Bohemian Rhapsody, and in every movie they over dramatize. They don't show all the information, but basically in the movie they showed the concert to be like this epic ass event where fucking Queen lays it down for everyone and like no one compares type shit, right? And then Riley's just like we're chilling in bed like watching random videos, and Riley's just like, because basically that concert that and from Bohemian Rhapsody that it ends off with, that concert, like a bunch of other very popular bands were performing there at the same time, like fucking Led Zeppelin, like every popular person was like doing a performance there, right?
Elton John.
And then Riley's just like laying in bed, and Riley's like, hey, she's like, I'm gonna check out every
I was like, I want to watch every performance
yeah,
in this concert.
Riley's like, I'm gonna watch every performance of this concert just to see how good of a job Queen did.
Because I started watching this one. Yuri wasn't even in the room, and I watched the whole performance. It was like a 30-minute performance.
The actual live performance.
Whole live performance. And I was like, dude, this is the best shit ever. Like, I would have been amazed. And then I was like, I want to see everybody, because you've told me about Led Zeppelin and shit. I've never really listened to him.
And AC/DC was there, I think, as well.
Dude. Like, Elton John was, like, the headliner. He was at night, and I was like, I played him after, and I was like, dude, his shit was whack compared to, like, Queen.
Yeah. So basically, Riley starts, like, watching, and I'm, like, laying
down the rabbit
I'm, like,
hole.
laying next to Riley, and she's, like, watching every performance from that night of that crazy concert. And literally no cap, if you watch all the performances and do, like, a live fucking comparison, Queen fucking just goes out, bro. Like, you can tell.
God, dude.
And
You
it makes
it
it even more sad that, like, that shows that, like, you can make a hell of a heaven and a heaven of a hell, where like every other artist there is just like, we're fucking performing for free for the fucking hungry. Like, God, you could tell that all the artists are just like, we have to perform our popular song and we're gonna raise some money for charity and leave. And Queen is just there like, I'm dying from AIDS, this is my last fucking shit, I'm going out, bro. And he does such a good job.
After you watch the movie, you realize, like, oh, this was his last performance. Like, he had to go
as good as possible.
Good as possible. And then I was watching, like, people break down the performance and stuff, like, people who, like, are in bands and shit. And they were just saying, like, they were just such a well-rehearsed band. Like, everything they did was a performance. Like, he was so dramatic, you know?
But you know what's funny is that Riley also brings up that in the movie, it makes it seem like Queen was, like, kind of popping. They have this little argument, they split apart, they link up again, and then, like, they throw this performance of a lifetime, and the dude dies, right? But then Riley's, like, looking at the history of the timeline of the songs and the popularity of everything, and she's like, actually, when Queen did that performance, they were performing a bunch of, like, 3 to 5 year old songs that were already kind of old popular, and they didn't make any new cool songs at that point.
And they also broke up because they had released a song and they got bashed so bad.
Yeah, and
they went on a hiatus.
It makes it seem like they were like, Queen was like, yo, fuck you guys, I'm gonna make it on my own. But in reality,
made it seem like Freddie was like, fuck you guys, like, I want to make my own album. But it was actually like,
in reality, they released another album or like a couple other songs, and then people were just weren't fucking with it, and they just had this feeling where they were like, we just don't have the spark no more. You know what I mean? Like, I guess we got to split up. And then, like, after they split up, they did even worse. And then they were like, we should link up and do our old songs.
I was like, what? I was like, why wouldn't they mention this in the movie? Like, that's weird.
But I thought that was, like, really funny, where just, like, I started thinking about Gucci Mane, right? And I was thinking, like, Gucci Mane has a bunch of legendary albums, but in between a lot of his legendary album, he has a bunch of duds, bro. Like, if you really listen, like, Gucci Mane has a bunch of songs where you're just, like, you don't even want to listen to it, but he has a bunch of sick-ass songs in between those. And then, like, it gets to this point where you're thinking, like, Gucci Mane was I never ever saw the article or saw a single article saying Gucci Mane releases a flop. Gucci Mane releases 3 flops in a row. You know, like, he did release a couple albums in a row that did not do well, and then he drops, you know what I mean, like Molly fucking Gasoline, and then he, like, drops a couple of duds, then he drops Breakfast, Lunch, Dinner, or whatever, like, you know, like, whatever else. But, like, it's like, it's so weird. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like some artists, they're expected to make perfection every time. And then, like, some artists, you're like, you know that they make a bunch of music, but they make some fire shit sometimes, too. Damn, the chat is toxic as fuck, chill.
Somebody said Rami Malek's prosthetics were crazy as fuck.
Who's Rami Malek?
The guy who played Freddie Mercury in the movie.
Oh, he had, what do you mean
The
prosthetics?
teeth. Yuri was like,
Oh.
was his teeth really that crazy? I was like, dude, they were.
Dude, I'm not. You guys obviously remember, but will probably remember. But in the past couple of 10 talks, Riley and I had spent a lot of conversations talking about my wisdom teeth removal, and the reason why I was worried about it is because my whole life, my mom always told me, like, Yuri, you were born, you're supposed to have 32 teeth. You have one extra one. You got 33, and I always thought, like, that's kind of crazy, right? And then when we went to go get my wisdom teeth removed, they did an X-ray. And I was counting my teeth on the x-ray. It's super easy to count on the x-ray. You see every single tooth. And I was like, with my wisdom teeth, I was like, damn, I do got 33 teeth. And then I could see how the 33 teeth is like, there's not enough space. So that's why all my teeth are like crunched up on the bottom right here. And I have crooked teeth on my bottom row. It's because there's not enough space. And that's where my extra tooth is, right? And I was like thinking like, damn, that's a big effect for one extra tooth.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury had 3 extra teeth. He had 34, bruh. And then, like, in the movie, his like, fucking teeth looked hella crazy. But then we were watching his live footage. And in the live footage, they're zooming in on his mouth like crazy. And, dude, you can tell. His teeth are just, like, it's like a bunch of corn, like, popcorn seeds were just thrown in his mouth randomly. Like, it's so crooked and mushed up and random. And then, what's crazy is he said that he never got his teeth done because he was like, nah, this shit helps me sing. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
He's like, 3 extra teeth means more range. I'm like, okay.
That's fucking crazy. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick.
You do you. You keep singing, dude. But, dude, after, like, my obsession with him, I just keep listening to his music. And I was like, fuck, he can really sing. He can really sing. Gotta love Queen. Gotta love some classic rock. It hits different when you're tripping. Yeah, he definitely probably did not say that, but I'm gonna act like he did and be obsessed. The Mighty Ducks, oh my god. I low-key had a crush on the drummer. Oh my god. The drummer. Dude, the actors that they used to play the people in the movie looked exactly like them. Really? Y'all still sick?
Nah, I feel way
No,
better.
we feel good.
Do you feel 100% good now?
Yeah.
You would say 100%? I feel 100% good too. They still on quarantine. Yeah, unfortunately, you're still like you still
10 minutes away.
you still carry the disease.
They say to like stay quarantined for 10 days now.
Yeah, exactly. So like unfortunately, like we feel fine, but we still are testing positive. So like we still have to like I don't know, like stay away from other people. But guys, we're gonna be on live stream for another 10 minutes until our food comes, and then at that point we're gonna end the stream right there. I feel like today was like a really, really fun episode. I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who's been watching the fucking stream, guys. The other day, Riley and I were watching some of our old streams, and literally less than a year ago, we had like 50 viewers, and we were so and like that was such a huge big deal to like both of us that we were like, yo, we're finally hitting 50 viewers, blah blah. And now we have like we've had a consistent like 300 to 400 people this whole time, which is so fucking insane. I want to give a huge thank you to every single person who chooses to fucking watch us and like participate in the chat and fucking just and pull up. I want to thank you guys so much.
The Boyangoostran dropped a bag $4.99 through Super Chat. I'm still putting my money on Yuri for the fight even though he doesn't take training serious. Chat risking the bag. Money bag.
Thank you so much, Bajangastron. I'm fighting for our family's honor. I can't let our kid grow up thinking like my dad got beat up by
We
Skinny
need to
from
watch
the nine.
Mulan.
We need to watch Mulan.
Yeah,
Why? Why?
because it's all about honor.
Mulan.
Mm-hmm.
Mulan was a well-trained,
no.
well-trained warrior princess.
No, she was not, dude. Oh my god. Her dad got fucking drafted for the war. He was too old. He had a terrible fucking leg. She goes in as a man.
Wait, my finger's swollen.
It's so bad, babe.
I told you, I can't
Oh my
fight.
God.
Actually, guys, my fucking cat bit my finger, and dude, the way my cat bit my finger, I felt it, bro. It's kind of like, imagine you bit into an apple and you like, or not even an apple, like imagine you bit into an orange and you're like trying to break the skin and then it finally goes and then a bunch of shit squirts out. Bro, my cat fucking bit my finger the other day and like that's how it felt. It literally felt like and like a bunch of blood squirted out and then I was like, yo, that's kind of crazy, right? My finger is now infected and swollen, bruh. I can't even compress my finger all the way. So if I fight Skinny, I'm gonna have to bite his ear off.
Dude. Yuri likes to fuck with our girl cat.
I don't like.
And she gets so mad at him. She
I
always
bas-
warns him with vigorous amount of hissing.
I pick up our
And
cats.
she bit him on the cheek the other day. He literally squirted blood in her.
Not from my cheek.
She's
That was from my finger.
Oh, yeah, and it squirted blood all over her shower.
But yeah, that was from my finger. But anyways,
Dude.
I do this thing where I pick up my cat and I go. I
She
love you
hates
so
it.
much. I love you so much. And she just fucking goes like ah. And she's like I don't know. I just love her to death.
She absolutely hates
And she
it.
just gets so irritated by my love, bro. And I'm just like, love me.
And I tell him every time, you're pissing her off. Why can't you understand?
You see, oh wait, where the fuck did Luffy go? Luffy fucking, I don't know where he is. Luffy, he loves it. I pick him up and I go, Luffy, I love you so much.
No, he doesn't love it.
And
He
Luffy's just
just
chilling there. He's
lets
just like,
it go.
he's like, I love you too, buddy. And then
No, he lets it go because he lets anything go.
Luffy chills, bro. But Lola, she's just like, stop kissing me, Dad. She's like, I fucking hate you. I wanna go smoke weed with my friends.
Yeah, she is. She just wants to.
She's
do her
older
type
though.
shit.
She's in those teenage years where she's like, she doesn't think we're cool anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Just never thought we were cool.
Bro, I just got the cat there, dumb as fuck. Yuri fingering cats, bro. What? No, she fucking punked. She just went. She like I was just like basically like cut like going goochie, and then she just goes, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And she just bit me hell hard. And then I was like, babe, Lola bit me.
And I was like, no shit. I told you this 5 times ago.
Lola possessed. Non-toxic at chat. All right, guys. I think we're gonna end the stream right now because our foods are about to be pull up right now in any second. So guys, please leave a like if you guys can. Please leave a like. It really fucking helps. Not only grow the channel, but apparently YouTube released the information that says that if you guys are subscribed to us and you like if you're subscribed to us and we post the video or go live, you're not immediately gonna see that video or get recommended that thing. If you are leaving a dislike, you're not gonna get recommended our shit anymore or whatever. So if you leave a like, every time we go live or every time we post a video, you're gonna get recommended our stuff. So please drop a like, drop a comment in the comment section, not in the chat, but in the comment section, and you literally can say anything. Just say like stringers or a Christmas tree,
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year's, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Dr. Pepper, nothing personal. You know what I mean? Like say anything in the fucking comment section. It really fucking helps our channel grow, and then it helps you guys get recommended every one of our videos. And then also subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. Some people
15K.
I've had people DM me saying like, yo, I've been watching every 10 talks for months and I just realized I'm not subscribed. So guys, double check that you're subscribed if you're not subscribed already. Have a good night also.
Buenas noches. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you guys hopefully before the next year. We'll do one more stream. Have a good night, guys. Please subscribe to Spliff Mode TV. They're one of the mods in the chat. Subscribe to Matt and Gabe as well. Thank you guys so much.
Peace.
Have a good night. Yes, and peace. And we're gonna eat some tacos and